thwarted the assault or playtime or whatever it was by those elemental short rock creatures that were turning into boulders and turning boulders into animated boulders and trying to knock you guys around a little bit. But you guys pretty competently got out of that fight and knocked those things down the crevice and continued your journey. You came to a fork in the road and through some acrobatics and stuff pushed down further a kind of a more obscure path, avoided the gaze of a magma worm, and managed to get a short rest, or a long rest actually, fully resting within a cool interior space of the cavern. And then when you woke up, were immediately attacked by a fire spirit. But you collected some of the seeds from that, so possibly a valuable venture as long as the long rest that you had. Backtracking a little bit, or while you were down there, you saw a bridge way above you, and Jiri inspected that and kind of determined that to be a kind of a more stone-hewn, intentionally built architecture. And so you backtracked, made it a different route to that, and got past some fiery defenders there. And now you emerge in this large central chamber, or whatever this thing is, where there's a series of pillars holding up walkways that kind of, there's a circular portion, the 4 directional walkways, as well as large towering pillars that hold gold-plated ballistae on them, facing some kind of central anvil-like dais. And you now arrive here, and I think the last we had said was Roulette's ears had just picked up on a faint clanging noise from somewhere further to the right direction, indicating some kind of motion or presence of something over in that direction. And Telperion, I think the last thing you did was you were about to open your mind to sense any nearby mental activity.
I was about to do that. So I cast Detect Thought.
And as we move into this chamber, I'm going to trigger a different sound. Cool. But yeah, what are you doing, Telperion?
I open my mind. I think I would focus on that little mote of power that you've mentioned before, and I think I activate it, and it like whoosh, and like a radius of 60 feet goes out from me. Radius, no. Yeah, I'm the center of a radii, so circling around me for 60 feet. I can detect if there is
kind of stray thoughts of. Is there any restriction to it? Is it humanoids? Is it any creature?
I'm gonna look it up. Detect.
But yeah, as you start opening up your senses,
you can use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see when you cast the spell in action.
So you're actively casting the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, when you cast the spell or as an action during your turn, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, except for 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of metal blocks you. You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Got it. So stupid things don't have enough mental activity for you to pick up on. But as you're casting this right now in this space and opening up your senses, 30-foot radius, it sounds nothing immediately pings your mind. But this effect, I imagine, you can be concentrating on for a duration.
For a minute. Also important to note, especially since it's the first time we're ever doing this, you can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower, or one that doesn't speak any language.
Got it. Deal. All right, well, as you do that, nothing immediately catches your attention, but you all are free to venture forward however you wish.
From Telperion's right, he hears very quietly in his head, ow, 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 ow. Toby, do you mind taking a look at this? And I will just like lift up my arm at the giant gash that is on my side from the salamander. It's hurting a bit. I can mend it myself. I don't know what your resources are looking like.
I'll just do Cure Wounds. Start the day off.
Much appreciated.
6 for you.
54 out of 62. No healing needed. Just wanted to let you know.
I'm at full. Are you looking...
62.
Is that getting you closer to full, Roulette?
I'm still down 22 from my max.
You are down 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you had 10 hit points.
Oh, sorry. I am. My temp is my. Sorry, I'm down 12 from my max, but I have
The
no
8 up.
like.
From
I
your
can heal
normal
it.
max, but 22 from your current max.
When did I
Yeah.
ring you with that? When did I give you the tea?
I don't remember.
I gave you the tea in the rock people fight, so that was yesterday. So never mind.
A 2d8 force for a lot of people.
But you did have 8 on you, I think.
I can spare another one because I had used no first level, so I'm going to do a second. 2
Okay.
patches, 7.
Great. While they're kind of doing that, I know I have a ticking timer on my thought,
Wait, why did?
so I'm gonna not be waiting for them to do that. I'm gonna
Sure.
scooch ahead and try to look while also actively sensing for.
Oh, you
thoughts.
gave me 6 on the first one.
6 and then 7.
Hold down.
Okay, Telperion, as you're moving around the space, give me a perception check.
Oh, I got a 5, but I wanna wish I had rolled better. 5, 6, 7, 8 total.
Thank you, Toby.
You have a hard time even hearing the tinkering, clanging sound that Roulette had pointed off in the direction, but otherwise you are fairly confident, though, that you are not sensing any mental activity within 30 feet of you other than your allies.
Okay, and I specifically want to I don't know if they're scooching with me, but I want to, knowing this won't last long, whatever this is in the middle, just keep going and make sure there's.
Sure.
I wouldn't sense anything hidden on
Sure.
that dais.
It looks like you don't see anything hidden. It looks like the dais itself is a kind of intricate carve work of runic inscriptions, and it's only raised about a foot or so before it levels off on the plateau. And in the center of it is a large iron anvil.
Elevation
But
wise,
but no creatures seem to be different. Elevation wise is even with you.
the balustrade to our sides
Those are 20 feet above your elevation.
and pointing down. I'm assuming.
Correct.
Guys, this is pretty spooky in here. Aren't you scared?
It's definitely a bit threatening, and I'd say let's avoid stepping anywhere near that anvil in the front.
Do you think if we
These-
step in the path, they would fire automatically?
I don't think I want to test it.
Well, you have to walk around.
Oh,
Send
you mean
Shadow
in
Moby ahead
Half
and
of the
see.
thing.
Yeah, like if we. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you send Shadow? Does Shadow Moby have any? I know it's not polite to ask, but how much does Shadow Moby weigh?
Oh, that's a fantastic question.
He's made of mist or shadow, so I'm assuming not much.
You weigh him real quick.
Jiri's mental scale.
Does not specify in the spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wager a guess that there is no weight.
This has to be some weight, right?
Well, he's like an air elemental, basically. He just like is wind that takes a form and can affect things, but probably doesn't have a real weight.
He is an unseen servant, right?
Yes.
I want to pick up on something Jerry just said. Wow, my telepathy is fading. I want to ask Jerry, why do you keep asking us if we're scared of stuff? And then I want to listen to his thoughts while I ask that question.
He's, thoughts of the last kind of major battle that we had, like, flash in his mind, and he, like, you can kind of, like, visualize him, like, thinking back to being in the darkness and getting beat up by, like, Dormoran. So he's just, like, still kind of, like, shook from that last battle. And he's, like, very close to Toby right now. He's kind of sticking with you.
Okay. And I did ask him that verbally, so he might have a verbal response too.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of spooky in here, don't you think? I don't know. It feels like another lizard's gonna, like, jump out and attack us at any moment.
That's a good instinct.
Well, well, we've gotten rid of one of the ways we can go back. We know where that leads. Do any of the 3 branching paths seem to lead to uniquely looking areas, or is it like all kind of uniform?
Give me a perception check as you look around. You'll get some info for free, but I want to see how perceptive your eyes are.
19.
Very good. You notice that all of these, as with the one behind you, all of these bridges, kind of, or walkways, bridges, all continue into this. You're in a spherical or dome-esque chamber-like space, and all of these pathways continue further into pathways of stone through the cliff face, through large ornate archways kind of carved into the mountain, these subterranean depths you're in. The one here forward, you see just a series, like you can peer past the archway, and all you see is when that walkway continues, you see a series of steps that lead upward. This one, you don't see, actually both of these, you don't see anything as they, when they go through their archways, they turn in a direction. So your vision is cut off, but.
I think whatever's most important would be straight ahead. Do you want to save the sideways for later?
Well, potentially, but also the way ahead seems to be leading up, and I thought we were supposed to be heading down even further.
The only thing, there's something actively being worked on, or someone working on something over down the right path. I don't know. I'd rather go that way just to at least investigate and see what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, don't want it to catch us from behind.
Right.
Does anyone have something that weighs about 10 pounds? I guess I have my shield, but I'd rather not experiment. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm gonna take a javelin. We got a lot of those, and I just want to poke it on the tiles in the way that we're like with Kair, like lift it up and poke it down. Especially so like this direction. I'm especially focusing on like where those things are automatically focusing, to be like thinking if I push something, will they shoot at it?
Got it. You use your Kair, your minimal, your lesser telepathy, and you slowly push it and tap the tiles, and nothing seems to trigger the ballistae mounted up higher.
All right. Well, let's go quickly if we think it's safe.
Starting with the right.
Yeah. Start moving.
All right.
Oh, should I send Shadow Moby to go get that anvil?
I think it might be heavy.
Maybe on the way out.
And there's nothing on it?
There does not appear to be anything sitting on the anvil, no.
All right, let's just move down this way. And we're gonna try to be quiet, but I guess.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys are, as you continue to walk, you nervously pass the line of sight of the ballistae, and it does not fire. And you continue down toward the right direction. And yeah, everyone give me a stealth check as you guys move forward.
Always.
This will be a group check.
Ooh, we sneaky.
And one for Alfie as well, please.
That was the first one, the 9.
Oh, got it.
9.
With overall, it's actually very good. I am going to give a contested.
I'd love to bring them softly in here for it.
Ooh. Someone roll a d20. To me, this is pretty tied. Someone roll a d20, and high is good for you, low is bad for you. Steve, you want it? All right.
That's on a 17.
I'm gonna say that's a 10 or higher, so we'll say that's a basic save. As you guys venture through this large archway, you bring your voice level down, you quiet your footsteps, You turn, you go past through the archway, and it's just darkened stone, and you just dark vision is required for 20-30 feet, and Jiri gets his goggles on, and then as you go through a couple changes of direction in this hallway, this strange small corridor, you see a small glowing light out ahead, kind of ricocheting into the hallway as you guys come to this space. Seemingly quiet enough to not gather the attention of anything at this point.
Oh my god, how many worms are there here?
And as
I'm scared.
Someone give me a general idea of who's in front versus who's in last right now. Give me a marching order for you guys in this hallway as the first person kind of peeks their head out of the door.
I feel like late until someone tells me otherwise, Telperian's walking in front often as the
Similarly, Toby second to be looking ahead, trying to see weird things.
Peeking over my shoulder like a little
like just pretty close to backpacking.
Roulette would have been
I'm going third because Jiri is holding on to Toby, like also backpacking him.
Yeah.
I would be right behind Jiri then.
Okay, so does this lineup look okay on the screen as if you guys had just come from a tunnel from this direction?
Absolutely.
You're just now turning.
Yeah.
Telperian and Toby Rama, as you guys turn the corner and stop, you see a couple things. First of all, you see an individual standing not 20 feet from you, facing a lower direction, a portion of the chamber that is like set down, and you see magma pools throughout this space that are glowing, and you see an enormous creature over in this direction that's like whipping at a series of noise makers in a cavity down here. You notice that one of them seems to be, at least one, seems to be a skeleton. The creature whipping them is a large, strange-looking monstrosity that you have never seen in your life. This does not match with any description of a devilish entity that you've ever heard of. But it looks like it's covered in like chitinous armor, and it's, now that you're noticing what it's whipping with, it's not holding a whip. Its claws are like detaching from its arm, and it's as it's whipping. So you see that monstrosity putting its attention towards something in a small cavity in the stonework over there. The entity directly in front of you seems to be a robed individual with large gray devilish wings and large horns, and it is simply standing with its arms clasped behind its back, just looking down at the ongoing work of whatever is below.
Can you click on the whip monster again? I missed it.
Oh.
Okay, so very scary, and then hot and scary.
One's worse than the other. I will telepathically warn everybody that there's somebody like 20 feet away from me.
Okay.
And I will give them a quick description of like each person. I will pop in their head and say, robed devil right in front of us, pit of lava, monster whipping something. Pop, pop, pop. All three.
As you're going down the line of telepathically communicating this to your friends, you hear the individual in front of you speak, and they say, speaking in some strange language that I don't believe any of you speak. Any of you speak Infernal.
I speak Elvish. I don't know if I made that clear.
Okay. But they seemingly are issuing commands down low, and the large hulking monstrosity whips again. And you hear, Roulette, now that you're much closer, you hear very clearly the sound. You're not in quite visual range quite yet, but you hear the sound of what you think are like pickaxes chinking against stone. And you're not sure a quantity, but with the repetition, it doesn't sound like one thing hitting over and over. It's like ding, 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 ding. You're not quite, it's hard to get a cadence or a quantity to it, but there are some things mining something out ahead.
That would I would have said the phrase, well, not said, thought, they're digging as soon as Telperian was in my head.
I'm gonna then pass the message along to each of them, and also I'll say, talking to all of you, we could have the jump on this thing if we went at it now, and it's farther from the creature. And then I'd look at you guys to see like for thumbs up or thumbs down.
A small metallic arm goes just straight up from behind Roulette.
And I'm just gonna say again, I need to like have a way of indicating when I'm using telepathy. We were sent to stop something, right? We have a jump right now. Seems like a good time to use it.
I will gesture to Telperion for him to scoot aside for me to get an angle. And then I'm gonna reach up as if I'm about to do something and then look back and double check with everyone.
I'm gonna like hold your hand there, kind of.
This is more a DM question. Like, so I know we're coming down the hallway, making a right turn. Is it possible for all 4 of us or 5 of us to like get in a line so we could see through this doorway?
It is not possible for you all to get. Well, okay, I see what you're asking. I think that you would think that might gather noise to try and do so. This current position, the barely enough stealth check has given you enough to get to this point.
I'm thinking about, okay, I'm gonna hold up my hand and be like, and also, this is amazing. God, this is so cool. I'll count down from 5 and we all get ready on the count of 5 to do something all at once. We hit this thing so fucking hard. Sound good? And I look for nods. Jerry, you're brave. You've killed things before. Man, I wish I'd saved Detect Thoughts. Not the first time I will say that in my life.
Roulette waves you down and just goes,
you first? Okay.
I'll slink out of the way.
Okay, you guys can be
okay.
I'm staying still and kind of huddling to the side because I'm the most noisy, so I'm not going to move at all.
I'm pointing to
I
everyone.
actually love this game of charades where Roulette's miming something and Telperion's allowed to think, is it this? Is it this?
Me. You want me to be, oh, is you? And I say to Roulette in your head, you're going to make noise. Okay, and then I tell everybody, Roulette's going to get really loud. And also, I have my sword out and a sliver in one hand.
Sword, sliver, got it.
Shield thing, flail, whatever it's called.
Bless at 2nd level.
You're about to cast Bless that you know has a verbal component.
I know that has a verbal component, so I'm like about to, but I'm not doing it yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I should go first.
I think we can act simultaneously. We'll say, I don't know. And I tell Roulette, I'm gonna dash in once you do your noise. As you do your noise. You want me first? All right. Okay, hang on. Jerry, you want to go first? Okay, first we walk in and look. You go and look. At the devil. You want to look at the devil. Okay. Scooch up here then.
Jerry, I would say pushing past people and reshuffling your marching order, you think might cause noise, but you can maybe get your head around the corner to where you can see the devil.
All right, and then I say in my mind to Papa, no, to Adras in my mind.
Oh my god.
Make him. We need to focus on him. Okay. Can you help me with that?
Understood. Yes. He will be our target.
Okay.
And then I peek back.
I am readying my daunting roar for 3 seconds after I see Telperion run in, or after I hear his sword swinging for his attacks.
Is there a way I can like, I want to reactionarily cast Bless so Telperion can use a swing. How would I want to time that as Toby? Like, could it's weird because we're also none of us are talking.
That. Yeah, I know this. Toby-Rama, in your own mind, the second you start to release a spell as a reaction, usually requires you to begin it on your turn and then release it later. So you think if you try and preemptively get that ready, the verbals may give you away. So you might have to just awkwardly hope that you're able to quickly react faster than Telperion's sword attack, basically.
All right. I'm getting ready to run in with my regular movement speed.
Okay. Are you all about to do your thing? Okay. As soon as you all are tensing your muscles and about to act, I'd like us all to roll initiative. You guys are going to get a surprise round.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I rolled a 1.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It's 2 for me.
Hey,
you know what? I forgot. I had to roll it on paper. I always roll initiative in my thing. I swear I'm not cheating. I always say I will do it on this.
Okay, that's fine.
I feel really guilty. Oh my God!
That works.
That's really easy to deal with. Okay.
That was amazing. That's amazing.
All right, let's get.
And I only was so firm because if I ever roll a really good initiative on paper with my die, it doesn't count because initiative for me is always on the computer. That was fucking amazing. That's the best nat 1 I've ever rolled. So you essentially are all holding your action until I go.
Kind of. I'm considering it. You guys are all just acting at once. So we'll let you guys push past each other now. You guys are going to make noise, but it's all happening before they have a chance to react. So, all right. So Toby will be first. Then we got a 16 up there. We got a 13, 12, 7, a 2. Does that look right? It looks right to me.
Does Griff hunt water goblins in his spare time?
Yep. Occasionally.
That should tire him
and
out.
Squirrels.
All right. As you all rear into action, functionally, we'll say you guys are able to get out of the space kind of for free-ish, at least, so you can move. So we'll say things are going to start from this point. But Toby-Rama, you find yourself, well, I guess Telperion was running forward, but Toby-Rama, you find yourself able to quickly do what you want to do even before Telperion has a chance to get there.
Great. Is it fair to say I was going to go left, so I would have gone that spot. Is
sure.
Okay.
Yes. I can only do one of those things. So let's look at
And for this surprise round, we can hold actions until triggers, right?
Yeah. So they are all surprised. We all get to
Yes,
go.
they are. Yes, essentially they have the condition of surprise, meaning it's just going to skip their turn this first run through initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna run. I'm not really gonna run. I'm gonna step to this corner, allowing people to walk through, and I will bamf out my wings. And
Okay, that is your action to bamf them out. They glow in the space around you.
And I am not going to do anything else right now.
You don't have to hold it. I mean, you also don't have to do that first move. Or
I can do that something, yeah.
I have my ears out, and for my bonus action, I'm beginning to put my hands over my ears.
You have your ears out. Wow.
My wings out, and now I'm going to put my hands over my ears.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
I'm gonna save it for next turn because I technically can't. I'm ready.
Okay, Toby-Rama, wings out, nothing else yet. Got it.
I need actions right now.
That is it.
As soon as you trigger those, and there's a surge of magenta light in the space, the devil creature like turns around, surprised, and is about to yell. But functionally, it is Roulette's turn.
He sees us.
Yeah, we're not unseen anymore.
You are. I would say this all can happen quickly. Well, it depends on what Roulette does. I would say he's about to see you. He knows something's happening.
Right now, you have unseen attacker, technically.
It's more of I didn't want to take your advantage away.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
If we're calling his attention, there's no way I attack his advantage by this.
Okay. That's fuck.
I mean, you will if he is afraid of you. I don't know. It's up to you.
First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to do what I said I was going to do. Bonus action immediately. I'm going to Daunting Roar, directly targeting, well, not targeting, but only targeting the devil dude in front of me.
Okay.
Just big deep breath in, blue glow but no lightning. Just very.
Okay. As you roar, it still surprises you. You're not used to this. Your vocal cords feel like they're vibrating out of your throat, and you all just hear the sound of a bestial big cat roar. And they need to make a thing here.
Is it
Whiz?
Sorry. Constitution. Wisdom saving throw against a DC 14.
Got it.
Because it's 8, 11, 14.
As soon as you hear this roar echo through the chamber, you see its eyes go wide, and it's about to, its body language is shifting, like it's about to jump backwards away from you. You definitely feel like you have struck fear into that creature.
And then I am going to, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to scooch to the side, and I'm going to have Alfie do his projection light thing again.
You use your bonus action to do your thing.
This is flavored. Okay.
This
is flavored. Because I'm quote unquote casting it through Alfie, but it's not really through Alfie.
Got it.
I'm casting Fairy Fire.
Got it.
And I'm gonna center it. I'm just gonna center it on the dude because he's the only one I can see.
Okay.
So you had this on the save.
Now he is.
Let me give him a fear effect. We'll say it's.
And it's a dexterity save against 15.
It's not really a good one for fear, but I will say it's that. And then dex save against your fairy fire. So remind us what this looks like. A series of projectile lights kind of flash around him.
Yeah, Alfie just basically does a big 2-dimensional square, and it just phases through, and it catches whatever fails the dex save. But you're at disadvantage because you can see me and you're feared.
Oh, it's all saves when that happens. That's what Frighten does. Holy shit.
Fear is disadvantage on ability checks
and saves.
And disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay, so not save. So he does, as he is afraid of you, he jumps back in time to get his wings flapping. He barely dodges out of the projectile lights.
That's sad. That's the end of my turn. I'm gonna have Alfie's just gonna stay where he is.
Okay. Jiri, you are up. You see the thing whipping, or Telperion and Tobirama and Jiri, and maybe Roulette. You see the thing that was whipping down in that space also begin to turn its head at its master's alert sound.
All right, Jiri's gonna really get the party started. He's gonna run up, be brave, screaming "Jah!" and take 2 swipes at it with his sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You are seen at this point, so it's still a surprise round, but you do not have advantage on these.
Got it. Roll number 1.
Wow.
Definitely hits.
All right.
And now that you're up and close and personal with him, Jiri, you can see that his black ebony obsidian like armor has a kind of shimmer to it, almost like magic is coating it. But you still strike true. You see it sink into his torso. For how much damage?
15 total damage.
15.
All right, attack number 2.
How's he looking?
Roll it.
He's looking
With another hit for 19 damage.
Yep. And then Jiri is gonna double punch with his cloud fists.
Okay. You already saw with those 2 swipes, you have already significantly carved into this dude. Its blood is just spraying black out on the screen around you. 17 will hit for 7 bludgeoning.
We were sent down to hunt devils, but also maybe he's not as scary as his beast.
And finally, for the 4th punch, he pulls up his arm and you just strike harmlessly against his bracer. But he is already deeply sighing and heaving his breaths. He is out of breath and very, very hurt.
Oh God, shouldn't have wasted all this on this guy.
All right. It would be that guy's turn, but he is too slow to react. Tell Pyrian.
I'm gonna get right up next to my friend Jiri and attack this thing with my sword.
With advantage on a very injured creature. Go for it.
17 and 16. 17 plus stuff.
24.
Absolutely hits. Roll damage.
All right. Blade of Lucent Jade.
With one hand, right? This isn't. You're
No, I'm gonna drop my
two-handed.
sliver and go 2.
Okay, you're dropping it. Got it.
And then I will not psionic this first one.
Okay.
Rerolling the 1 on the psychic. You got another 1. 5 plus 4 is 9 damage.
As you're swinging, this creature turns its gaze toward you and just starts to curse you in infernal.
Oh.
How do you slay him?
Oh, can you show me his face? Can you show me him one more time so I see what he looks
He's
like?
hot.
I put my sword right through his chest.
Which part?
The middle.
You see his head go limp, and you pull your blade free as his body just sinks to the ground, your blade pulling out of his torso. Black ichor-like blood just coating your blade.
And then I say, that wasn't as hot as I thought he'd be. Okay. Wow. He's dead.
He seems to be dead on the ground.
Don't say seems.
What's he holding?
A simple, dark iron quarterstaff was the only thing on his back that he wasn't even holding in his hand.
Okay. I look in the pit. What do I see?
Okay.
I mean, I want to assess because I have another attack. I pick my sword back up.
Yeah, I mean, you just cut that dude, and in the next couple moments of your functional turn, you see this large creature kind of understanding that there's a threat in the room. So you guys have all gathered its attention, and the skeleton behind it seems to have dropped its pickaxe and is like reaching for something else.
Okay. Chill. I'm going to not interact with that body, even though I want to. I moved forward 2 spaces.
Yeah.
So I got 25 feet left. I'm going to strafe this way.
Okay, so these are all tables that are 5 feet high or something, almost like a large altar tables or something.
Can I do this?
You can go.
Just like run on. That's
what I don't understand. Is this pale stuff raised?
Yes, very slightly, but it'd be like awkward terrain to run over.
This is another 10.
Yeah.
And then this is another.
Yeah, and so that raised pillar is only raised like 3 feet or so you can see past it, over it, but it just is going to occlude your movement a little bit, basically.
So I think I have 5 feet left. And I can go. And I just looking in here. Is this tall? Like, am I hidden?
You think it's about a 10-foot drop? You are not hidden at all. It's like waist height. This stone little barrier.
Okay. I'm gonna just. I want to throw my sliver at it. But actually, I don't want to. Oh, I have a free act. I have a second attack. I'm gonna throw my sliver at this thing.
Okay, so you're gonna free interaction, draw another sliver, and throw it.
Well, I free interaction to pick the sliver back up off the ground.
Oh, got it. Then yes.
So, yeah. So this is my throw at disadvantage.
Perfect.
Got it. Away.
And I'm just aiming at its face. I rolled a 12 and a 1.
Does not hit. Oh, did you roll a natural one?
Yes.
Roll a basic save for me. Roll a d20.
Roll a 10.
All right, so your thing harmlessly hits the wall next to it and does not sink into the lava or anything terrifying. And it's just now just sitting lifelessly is a weird word, but just on this floor tile.
Okay. And then that is all I'm going to do. Yeah. I just want to get its master's out of its line of sight. Can I just push it 5 feet away from me?
Sure.
It's down below a waist-high wall, so
yeah, you can see enough of where that is to affect it, but it is I would say it has 3/4 cover on you, but you can still functionally see it. So yes, you can do that, and it will automatically happen.
Cool. That's my turn. Oh, I will go 5 feet back though to make this a little harder for it to get to me.
Cool, got it. All right, you push the body away, and it is back to Toby Rama's turn. Your wings are out. The individual in front of you seems to have been slain. What are you doing?
He's like the court jester.
Oh, that is okay. I am gonna go boom 10 feet. I would like to actively make sure this thing is dead, and that it's not like gurgling as its like body is like trying to crack back into place or something.
How are you doing that? How are you trying to determine? Are you using your action to like evaluate it medicinally, or
yes, like checking pulses, like
okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. Damn it! I'm so confident.
You reach down. You're grabbing its neck, and you're not feeling a pulse. And then you start to feel like a sludginess to it. You have no idea if this thing is coming back to life or what's happening.
Pulls out the heart to see if it's still beating. Nope, it's dead.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm gonna come to here then and spend my bonus action and cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. We will be concentrating on that. I'm gonna give you a concentration.
Not concentration, my fellow.
Oh yeah. But yeah. You're so right.
But I can't attack anything, or else it goes away. What's more distinct than that? And I'll shout out, or like, say to the crew, that body's getting weird. And that's my turn.
Perfect.
Hack its head off.
All right. Finally able to gather themselves and react, the other creatures in the room seem to now be responding. This skeleton starts to run in a direction, having picked up something from below, and is going to aim it at, who can he see? I'm going to say Jiri has half cover until Pyrian has half cover. It's going to aim for the person right near where its master was standing. It's going to shoot at Jiri.
Critter, in the very
with
center
a crossbow.
In the very center of the map, that's like a table.
Yes. And Jiri, you have functionally. Yes, they are pillars, and so you're functionally like half hidden behind that. So I'll say you're +2 AC right now for half cover. And it misses. It doesn't aim quite right, and it hits the pillar instead of you. And as soon as it does that, you see a number of other creatures emerge from that same space.
It's the Gay Pride Parade.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, can't go that far.
I need Telperion to start pulling motherfuckers into lava.
My man, I'm sitting here. That's all I'm thinking about.
should have cast. I could have done a daunting roar and all.
All right. Telperion, I'm going to make an attack on you. This one does not have half cover. So crossbow attack at you, Telperion.
18 AC.
Does not hit. Another one at Jiri with the same half cover you had. Also does not hit. And two more at Telperion, and then the other one just can't even shoot.
These with half cover?
One of these will, the second one will miss, and this final one you have +2 AC. You see all these skeletons run out and just like clambering. You see their forms are rather short. They don't seem to be full height humanoids, and they're running and just pulling up like old decrepit crossbows and like awkwardly trying to compose their skeleton bodies to aim, and they're not doing a good job at all. But they are all out in the open now, and Roulette, it is your turn.
Roulette wanders out. What's happened? Anything happened? I have. I'm just gonna run 30. Yeah.
They're like fish in a barrel.
30 feet over to here. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I am going to, what's the range on Fairy Fire? Sorry, 60 feet, and then it's a 20-foot square. Yeah, so I'm within that, and then it's 20 feet across, so it's, yeah, boom. I'm just gonna Fairy Fire right in the middle of this group of things.
Okay. What's the radius on Fairy Fire, or what's the box total?
20-foot cube.
Whatever Toby Rama just drew. It's a 20-foot cube.
All right. Yeah, so you will functionally 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to say you got to make a choice on which grid. You can't really place it halfway through, but
I definitely want to hit the big guy, so if the purple guy needs to be cut out, feel free to
I would say either side you shift it would hit the big guy. It's like one skeleton's going to be left out, you think.
You can pick which one
Okay, I'll say they're clustered more on the right, so we'll say the yellow guy is going to barely dodge this effect, but the rest of them will make saves here.
Perfect.
All right, front guy, this is all dex.
Yes.
Front guy, fail. Red guy. Saves.
Woof.
Purple. Fail. Blue. Fail. Green. Success, I think.
Yeah, it was
with
a DC
15.
Yeah.
And then this monstrous creature.
How dexterous? Probably very. Oh, not very dexterous. Love it.
So only the front guy, or no, red and green are the only ones that saved. The rest of them were affected with fairy fire.
Is this is turn 1, kind of. No, this is turn 2,
3, and 4. So red and green saved. They hopped out of the way just enough, but the rest of the guys, you feel like you see the kind of cascading shower of lights stick to their forms.
Yeah, and we'll say again for flavor that came from Alfie as he came up, and for my bonus action, I will have Alfie unload a single charge of the wand into the big guy.
Okay.
3. Woof.
All right, you see those darts of force kind of coalesce into its form. It's like chitinous armor seems so dense and like almost shining like real metal, but these things just slip up in the crevices and detonate from the inside, and you hear a
as part of Alfie's movement, I'm gonna have him duck behind that table, and I will also take a knee.
Okay, you can get half cover from a knee. Alfie's probably pretty full cover.
Yes, he failed it. That's my turn.
All right. The monstrous creature's turn.
I know how this creature's gonna move.
it squats down and
Oh,
leaps. Able to make it that far, and then as it just continues its movement, it continues to run and kind of clambers up onto part of the pillar, and it reaches back, and you see its little claws detach, and it's gonna look at Jiri, the only person that's really not that hidden from it, and it's gonna try and make an attack. As you see its tentacles elongate, the claws reaching out more than 15 feet to reach Jiri's form.
A reminder that Jiri, you have +1 AC from Warding Bond still active. It lasts an hour.
When did you cast that?
Right as we entered the bridge.
Yes, indeed.
Hence
So
no
this
blast.
creature will make its attack. 17 to hit.
Nice.
Does not hit.
Not with...
You see those tentacles just pass past your face before they just whip back into the creature's arm, and it is just looking angrily and can't reach anyone else since it can only make one of those types of attacks in the turn. You see its fang is like just dripping with saliva, but harmless. Jiri, it is your turn.
So if I would be technically leaving its range if I moved away from this thing.
Based on the reach it had, you think possibly yes.
All right, and it's on this pillar. So if
It's
I
like
jumped
it's
up...
starting to grasp on the pillar. It's still functionally on the ground. So its feet are 10 feet below your feet, but it is starting to like try and pull itself upward.
But it's 10 feet off the ground, so I might be able to like smack its head from up here potentially.
Yeah, for sure. And it's roughly like 8 or 9 feet tall as well.
You
So
can
it
reach
is.
over and-
Yes.
So I hop up on the wall and start smacking this thing with my sword.
All right.
Trying to keep it from climbing up.
There are all sorts of magical lights stuck to this creature, so you have advantage on these attacks.
Love
You
that.
can do that without descending.
Because it's 8 or 9 feet tall and it's only 10 feet to
Oh,
the ground,
gorgeous,
so it's like
gorgeous.
just 2
Yeah.
feet. So he just like
All right, I have advantage. Okay.
No, actually, the noise is good.
24 definitely hits.
Two-handed did better.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
For
on a
9
streak right
and
now.
4. All right, your sword carves into this thing's like kind of this like helmet armor thing, but you see the lightning like barely fry any of it. It's just kind of bounces off, resistant to that type of effect.
right.
But you successfully do harm it for sure.
Smack it again.
Once more, a success.
that's its Salamander's Edge.
It is a Scavenger's Edge.
23 hits
And-
for 16 and another 2.
Yep, and I'll make another double attack. with,
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Still advantage. Using another charge from the bracers. Unfortunately, that strike, both strikes, harmlessly, like air and mist, just harmlessly are not enough to pierce or bludgeon the head of this thing.
All right,
Here,
I'm gonna
just-
hop down from the wall then, and then not leaving its range, I don't think, but staying behind the wall.
Is I'm gonna say it's gonna make a bite attack at you because that's one of its attack options, and that is leaving the range of that option. So as soon as you jump back, it is gonna try and bite you.
You concentrating on anything?
But you are fast enough that it does not hurt you. But you do see like almost the edge of your cloak behind you, just the gnashing teeth clamp, almost getting you, but not quite. All right, is that it for Jiri?
Yep.
I've literally never thought of that, by the way. Of it's leaving his bite range, but it's not leaving his tentacle range. What do I do? I'm like, I think you can do what the attack version would determine that.
No, that was the critter. That's like the super flail, the mighty flail conversation where like I can technically.
That's trickier because that's truly at will.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
it's-
make
yeah.
it melee or length. This
Yeah.
is just two different things he has capabilities of. Super weird. But same with you. I think you would have essentially a melee hit and a long range hit. You can trigger either of those. Okay, That'll do it for Jiri. The devil's turn comes. Toby Ram, with your passive perception, you just hear one single bloop. That's all you hear. Telperion, your turn.
All right, I step up here. Am I gonna be able to whack it from here?
Hopping up on that thing, yes, you do think you
Okay.
are gonna be able to be in range.
All right, I'm gonna swing at it twice with my lucent blade, two-handed.
Advantage.
Advantage. Yep.
Does anyone know what the word bloop in Infernal means?
No. Oh god, I rolled terribly. 9 plus 7 is 16.
16, you swing your sword, and in the last moment it dips its head, its body shifts, and you just barely glance off. You were so close to sinking your blade into that.
Better. 25 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
I'm gonna psionic on this one.
Okay.
Oh my god, I rolled all 1s and 2s, re-rolling them all.
Nice.
Awesome, great, fucking cool. Much better. 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 4 is 16.
16 damage.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. 16, 17, 18, 19. Because of the psychic.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Let me make sure on a thing here. Got it. 19 damage. You carve into it and you feel it like it squeals like much different from its growling deep voice. It goes and as it like is like some kind of thing is affecting its head and it feels definitely damaged by that. Are you detonating force on it as well, or
That
empowering your
included
blade
the
to
force.
sink?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Knowing that
It is with that slash, it is looking like its whole front chitinous armor helmet thing is significantly carved through and dented, and blood is like this thick ichor is leaking out of it. It looks pretty darn hurt. I would say bloodied.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna action surge and swing 2 more times.
Okay. Go for it.
12 plus 7. 19.
19 hits.
No psionic this time, so I'm only adding 4 to the numbers I'm about to say. Rerolling a 1 and a 2. Okay, and I rolled a 1 and a 3. 3 for 8 damage on the first strike.
Got it.
1 of that was psychic. I don't know if this. I need to be telling you the psychic.
No.
Always.
Okay.
Thank you though.
My last attack. 20. Nah, dirty.
Dirty 20 will hit.
4 and a 4 is 8, plus another 4 is 12 more damage.
12 more damage. Got it.
And then with my
This thing's looking pretty hurt.
Cool. I burn a psionic.
Its body is kind of shifting, almost dazed from the repeated blows to its face.
All right. With my bonus action, I am going to. Oh, I could quick draw. No, I can't. I'm not going to. I'm going to push this thing in the fire if I can.
Okay.
So with my other hand that's not my sword, I like push, and try to force it into the fire.
It tries to grasp at nothing as it feels a momentum shift all of a sudden, and you see the bones just sink into the fire and completely disappear.
All right, and then I'm gonna take a couple steps back so I'm not a target, knowing it used its reaction. Alrighty. That's my turn.
Yep, perfect. All right, Toby Rama, you're up.
I am going to cast a little blessy. Second level, because it actually makes more sense for me to do that. On all but Alfie, so myself included. Then I'm going to fly here.
Okay.
And go 15 feet up.
Okay.
And I will look at all the skeletons and say, "Yeah, that's right. I killed your master. You think you can do anything about that? I'm right here."
Haunting.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself to where you are.
I used the ruler and I forgot to do the thing. They're 15 feet high. That is my turn.
Deal.
Oh, you got Sanctuary still.
That's the idea. I want them all shooting
That
at
is
me.
true.
Oh yeah.
Which they will. They all turn their guys toward you and all like rickety orient their bodies in. Our first one's gonna take a crossbow shot.
Wisdom
We're gonna do
saving
yellow
throw.
Yellow guy first.
He can choose another target.
He can't do it. So then he looks over at another person he can choose, and he's gonna shoot Telperion with half cover. Which still doesn't hit. I was going to use the same roll. Oh, that was his strength check. That was his wisdom save, so he is going to still do that.
Fully prone instead of kneeling down.
Telperion, all of a sudden, you see this creature that was aiming at Toby have to look away, and he fires at you, and it actually catches a part of your shoulder where your armor's not preventing as you take 5.
I look at it and I just go, oh, like just disgusted that it managed that.
Got it. All right, red one is going to shoot, or try to shoot.
That'll do it.
He peers past your visage, and he is going to take a shot at you.
17.
But it still flies past you. Green guy is going to do the same, but is not able to focus on you, so is going to do. Jiri's actually more in better view of that guy, so he's going to take his shot at Jiri instead.
+1 to AC.
15's not going to hit. Blue guy, same thing. Same thing. He'll go for roulette. You both have half cover functionally. We'll say one goes at Jiri, one goes at roulette. So this one, it goes at Jiri. Crossbow. 20 to hit.
What does half cover give me?
This one's at Jiri, but it's +2 to AC.
And my one I'm giving you.
Yep, and I haven't used this yet, so first time I get to use it, I use my reaction for like the cloud hand to block it.
Oh, very cool. So you use a charge from those, and they surge in front of you, blocking you from this thing. Just the projectile flies to the side harmlessly. Nice work.
Nice.
And then now finally the purple one will also try and shoot Toby, but is unable to, and will now choose roulette. For Nat 1, you can try and catch it. A Nat 1's not gonna let you catch it, but I don't know what to do with a Nat 1 here
Does he
exactly.
trip and fall?
No, you know what? I'm gonna give him a D20 roll, basic save. His thing does not jam; he just misses the shot. But roulette, it is your turn. All those skeletons seem confused about who they're targeting, but
I have a question.
yes.
If the rules say I can make something,
no.
if the
rules say
I can make something appear on the ground within 5 feet of me. Imagine I was standing here. Can I make something appear on top of that wall?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's only a 3-foot gap, so that's on the ground within 5 feet of you. That's fair.
How wide is the wall?
Functionally occupying that space mostly. So 3-4 feet deep.
Beautiful.
Large masonry stone blocks.
We're doing dumb things and we're having fun.
Okay, I love it.
So this is
Please do it.
20 feet here, and then that's another 20 feet.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to take out the Tome of the Dragon Horde, and I'm going to hold my action.
Okay.
And Alfie,
Roulette's about to break the game somehow, but let's see how this
Alfie,
goes.
get a good running start. And I'm going to hold my action until Alfie gets to this point here. But what Alfie is going to do is run 20 feet this way, and then while in ostrich form is going to run and then jump over Jiri to the currently empty space that's right above Jiri on the wall. But at the last second, I am going to rip out a page with a boulder on it, say Rasvim, and have a boulder appear right here. And I'm going to try and have Alfie knock the boulder over.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Let me do something. Oh my goodness. That is very point of inspiration out for pure creativity.
The reason that's good.
Wait a second.
No, because I used the perception check to know we were supposed to come this way.
A boulder appears out of nowhere. Alfie's spherical or ostrich form leaps over Jiri and hits it. I want an acrobatics check from Alfie to see how he lands in this venture, but he does absolutely hit it with enough force that it's going to drop onto that guy. I am going to give him a dex save.
Skills. No, acrobatics is just +1.
I'm going to say, is there any sort of DC associated with the Tome of the Dragon's Horde?
I don't believe so.
Okay. He's used his intelligence since it's a thought. It's a smart plan.
That's a very good point, and I think we would default to Roulette's DC here, as a large boulder starts to fall toward that guy, and I don't remember from last session what I had those boulders damage at. I think it's 2d6. What is that?
The acrobatics check.
That was his acrobatics.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say Alfie falls prone on the space he ends up in, but functionally no damage or anything. But he just he hit it with enough force and then just awkwardly fell. But the go ahead and roll, picking up some. Yeah, I think it's still just the 2d6 for boulder damage to roll for that. Uh, 6 points of damage, you think, but as the boulder falls on it, it just kind of hits very hard, but then rolls off the guy as his chitinous armor is resistant to natural bludgeoning, slashing, piercing, and so then it does fall next to him. So unfortunately, efficiency-wise, maybe not amazing, but it was beautiful, well done, very creative, point of inspiration for sure.
The most creative 3 damage done this far in the campaign.
He is looking very rough though. This creature is still with the dizziness. Like, if that fell on his head, maybe something different could have happened, or if he nat one or something. But he's a hulking enough creature that he resisted it.
I've only moved 10 feet. Can I drag Alfie away from where he is right now? Using half my movement.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
I just want to drag him back down to here. That's
perfect.
And
yeah, we'll say he's still prone, but yes, you're able to do so. Okay.
That's my turn.
It is now this creature's turn. Furious with just being demolished by so many sources of damage. It is going to look at also the thing that was taunting these beings over here that is now flying in the sky, and he is going to jump and try and lash at you with his whip. But he has to make a whiz save, I believe, first. Unless, did you do anything harmful or aggressive?
I blessed.
Okay. You see his flails are all back, but he has to turn away from you, and so he's going to do something at the next person he can see, which in this case I think is Jiri again. Sorry, Jiri. But he is going to make a barbed tentacle attack at you.
Does your
and it's a nat 1. And as the nat 1, well, I'll give him a basic save.
So many nat ones.
It's low. So as he reaches back, his tentacles touch the lava. You see him scream in pain as he'll take some damage, not an enormous amount because they just did touch, but we'll give it another 2d6. As
that did more damage than the boulder.
His claws barely touch the lava and he screams in agony. And cannot make... Oh, he can move still. So then he is going to try and slowly, wobbly, try and climb up the side of the thing, and he's going to make one final bite attack with the last of his strength.
Holy Christ.
He misses. So I don't know what to do about it.
Lava appears in his mouth.
Yeah.
Make him fall back down.
That's a fair save. He'll get a basic save to resist it. A nat 1 on his basic save. So yeah, he falls back to the ground. He's still resistant to bludgeoning damage, but he'll take a d6 of damage.
This is gonna do more than what I did. No, it didn't.
So he takes 1 point of damage as he falls back to the ground. But
we're not gonna get the experience if he's suicide.
Yeah, for real. We'll be a little
But that is its
that's right.
that is its turn. It is frustrated and in pain, and Jiri, it is your turn.
All right, I wanted them to fall down so I can do a plunging attack on him. Jiri is
Okay.
gonna jump up on the wall and jump off sword first.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yes, you do have advantage for fairy fire for sure. And this creature looks real weak. I kind of am tempted to tell you his HP.
I could
2 on the bless.
move this thing into lava.
How do you kill?
22?
How do you kill this monster?
Oh, I just put like plunging attack right through his head.
So you just sink in where all the kind of cracks in his armor are. Your sword just like butter just sinks into the gooey musculature underneath the shell carapace, and it just goes limp. For fun, I'm going to ask you to make an acrobatics check just to see if you fall in any awkward way as it collapses to the ground, prone and slain. Because I got to do
14?
something, and you succeed. So you will be, let me move you here. But you successfully land on your feet, feeling very badass in that maneuver. And you still have a attack left if there's any availability to use it.
Yeah, how much movement have I used?
I would say from where you were jumping 10 feet.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm gonna run after this first guy over here.
All right, go ahead and hit him. You do not have advantage on this guy.
D4.
Oh, also, yeah, Jerry, I don't know if this applied. The entity in your mind was able to mark this guy when you were running up on him the first time because you had asked him to. When he died, you might have healed as you normally do unless you chose not to mark him. But I don't know if that was a variable.
No, I was at full house, so it didn't really.
Yeah, okay.
Get
So you didn't
anything
even
from
need
it.
to mark him then. So, okay. You
17.
roll to hit.
Solid.
Oh, because you're blessed. 17 hits for sure.
Okay, 13 damage.
For 13 damage. You clop off like a clavicle and an entire arm. That guy now no longer, he drops his crossbow even, very injured, that skeleton. And now as you're closer, you're seeing that this guy, as well as the others, have these ornate obsidian like circlets on them. And this one specifically has like a topaz yellow gemstone in the middle of it.
Okay,
But
I'm
you
gonna
clobber him.
bonus action punch him in the face. My Eldritch
All right.
Fist Wrap.
Blessed.
Oh,
Perfect.
That's just a common denominator for that thing.
I forgot. Yeah.
And a similar situation to the Minotaurs you fought once upon a time. This bludgeoning damage does extra impact damage to these things
Should have done the
formed.
boulder on them.
But so you do, so it doubles for 10 bludgeoning damage, and that first fist punch detonates those bones, and they all clatter to the ground. Some of them dipping in the lava, some of them just falling harmlessly to the ground.
Oh yeah, left hook.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right, this guy is done. Bloop. Telperion.
He said it again.
5, 10, 15.
Hop up on that little raised portion. You got great line of sight on those guys.
Max distance is 30 feet.
How big is this table?
5 by 5
Is it
with
secured to the
awkward
ground?
little pillars. Yes, it is like it's carved from the stone of the area.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use telekinesis. I'm going to mark the telekinetic movement off.
Nice.
I'm going to lift up
Yep.
this boulder, and I'm going to take it 30 feet, and I'm going to drop it in this spot right here
Okay.
to try to make a little explosion of lava onto these three
Okay. Sounds good.
things.
You lift it there and you drop it. It is on the ground, 30 feet. I'm gonna say, yeah, awkward Pythagorean theorem. You're not gonna be able to get it 30 feet and functionally enough space to lift it up. you could like lift it to this space and drop it, which it would sink in and possibly splash.
I'll smash someone with it then.
Just drop it on the.
Actually, you know, yeah,
You
I'll
could
just
give
drop
it
it.
momentum and like ram it through them.
No, I can't. I can't give momentum.
Oh,
I
okay.
will. Oh no, I technically can't. That's a weird rules thing. I'm just gonna try to smash this dude with it.
Okay. Like a straight line, like just basically like rolling it into him.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and basically give me a I'm gonna give him a dex save based on your DC of mental
14.
capacity. Okay. Which he fails. Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say it's not as much as falling damage, so go ahead and roll 1d6, but he is vulnerable to this bludgeoning damage.
6.
12 damage. You smash into that guy, and you see some bones scatter, but he is still held aloft.
I do believe I think I used 15 feet to get here.
Yes, I think that's
what
right.
you had said.
To
Yeah.
hop down and to do. Can I get here?
10-foot drop, so you'll need to succeed on acrobatics to make sure you don't slip and hurt your ankle. But then, sure, you can keep getting more speed. That's only 5 feet of movement, as you have shown there.
Well, hang on. Yeah, I want to get in here. So acrobatics check.
Yep, acrobatics check to as you leap into the sky and are plummeting down.
Nat 20.
You do take. Oh, you got nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, when you did this, I totally thought you were saying you got it too.
No, I did it
Perfect.
0 after.
Yeah,
But you were talking. so I
perfect.
had to
Perfect 3-point superhero landing. Beautiful.
Kate flares out. Badass. They all know that. I'm gonna hop over here, get on that table, and I'm gonna pull one of these little friends towards me with my bonus action.
Okay.
Gonna pull purple.
All right, you're pulling purple.
14 strength check.
A second one pulled into the lava. I'm just moving him to there because he's functioning on top of the other guy too, but sinks into the lava, and you see an immediate ignition of charred bone and stuff before it sinks down, no longer visible.
That is my turn. That's my turn.
All right, Toby Rama.
I'm going to start running. No, I'm 15
click
feet
with
in
your
the air.
left,
15 feet
and then
in the
you
air.
I can't
Go.
right click.
Yeah, you have to right.
Okay.
I can't right click.
I'm gonna fly down at an angle
Use the other one. That's what I was
while I'm fishing in my pack to grab out rope.
You're flying over toward the devilish creature, or are you still in the air?
Okay,
Okay.
on the ground.
As you get closer to him for free with your very high passive perception, that sound you heard before, his whole body is like melting into like black, bloop, bloop, like a thick sludge tar.
Ew. Ow.
What do you want?
I wanna like
You look cool.
curse him somehow. Part of me wants to spare the dying him, but for it to have an adverse effect, but I don't think that
Scare the
plays.
dying.
Scare the dying.
Oh my god. I'm on the look for Ring of the Grammarian, please.
Scare the dying, love it. What are you doing, Toby?
Toby, don't worry about this thing. I'll make sure Alfie keeps an eye on it.
I mean, I don't really have anything else I can do. So
You
I
haven't
came
used
here.
action or bonus action or
I
anything, have
definitely
you?
haven't. But I want to save my resources. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, no, I'll hold watch over this thing, making sure it dissolves properly with roulette. That's my turn.
Okay. Skelety's turn. I think they're just gonna swarm and start attacking. And you have conveniently placed a boulder in front of them that they're not going to try and climb over to try and get flanking. So well done on that. So we're gonna say green, blue. No, blue's gonna stay where he was and shoot a crossbow at Telperion up above. So blue's gonna go first, crossbow at Telperion, and then they'll both make a melee attack at each of you guys. But blue at Telperion first. What? I.
What the fuck?
Wow.
This is
He hits his buddy for 6 piercing damage. I mean, what do you want from me?
this is the same type of.
I want you to roll like this forever. Is what I want from you.
So that's blue at Telperion. Hits the. He's like trying to raise his crossbow, and it fires too early, and it just sinks into the sternum or the spine of the guy, kind of coming up toward Telperion. Now red guy pickaxe at Telperion, and then green guy pickaxe at Jiri. 18 to hit Telperion.
Yeah.
It does hit. Nice. So 5 piercing damage as the pickaxe sinks into part of your armor for 5 piercing. But
I'm not gonna
Jiri.
block it, but I will cloak him.
Okay.
So I take 5 damage.
And he will try to dodge out of at least a little bit. 13. It's a 15, so he's not able to get out of the way of it. So he'll take 2d6 of whatever you are about to do. And this is the same guy that was just injured by a bolt. So just in case that.
He just took 9 lightning damage.
Lightning. Okay. He takes it. He looks pretty enshambled already. The lightning is coursing through his body and charring. You're seeing smoke rise from him. And then the pickaxe attack on you, Jiri, just completely whiffs. And that is it for Skeleties. Roulette.
Is it reasonable to say, like, is this erased on the north end of the map? Is this like a table?
It does seem to be so, yes.
But I've theoretically seen that on the way in. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. It's directly across the way, so right past where that guy was standing, you could have seen there's some sort of situation over there for sure.
Yeah, I won't rush towards it. I am going to... 30 to there. Along the way, I'm just gonna flick a firebolt down at the red one.
Okay.
I don't know. No, on the way.
Sure. I'm also just going to say it's not quite a height advantage enough where it's going to give you advantage or anything, but you do have very clear line of sight to him.
Oh, I thought you were going to give it half cover because of Telperion, but...
No, I'm going to not say that for now.
26!
Roll damage.
Oh my god, give me 2 10s. 10 and a 9. I'll take
How do you kill that skeleton?
I aim directly for the chest, and as I do that, I say, Telperion, grab that circlet thing. And I'm gonna have, as my bonus action, I'm just gonna have Alfie dash past me. 25, 30, 40, because he can go up to 80 with a dash.
Damn.
So
But then roll.
All of his things just retract, and he's like in Incredible's robot form.
And that is my turn.
Okay, that one has been slain. All the bones and stuff clatter to the ground as they have been roasted to nothingness. Bloop. Jiri.
All right, Jiri's just gonna beat up on the skeleton in front of him. Some
Do
sword
it.
attacks.
Roll it.
Plus, add your D4.
13
Ooh.
still hits, actually.
Okay.
Oh, 16 for 18 damage.
All the wounds are being balanced out by Jiri finally getting good two-handed damage.
Mm-hmm.
You create like a whole crevice in this thing's form, and you can tell that if you do like any more damage to this thing, that is just gonna break apart and die.
Oh, can I hold my second like sword attack and punch this thing? Give it a jab.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Bonus action and punch, yeah. As your offhand stuff, yep.
Plus.
Ooh. Give me a basic
wait.
save.
Plus 1.
Yeah, still auto miss on a attack roll, but give me a basic save. Just roll a d20. Yes. How can I
Plus,
make
it's a
this
save.
fun
You
so I
said
can
it's a
do-
basic save. That's a save, so it adds a d4.
Fuck off. Sure.
Oh my god.
So you just
It's
whiff,
admittedly-
unfortunately. But that was your bonus action attack. You still have one attack left if you want to use it.
Yeah, I'll just kill this guy.
Definitely hits.
I rolled twice. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it rolled twice, but either way, they both hit. So, and how do you kill this skeleton?
Sword from up, splitting him right in half.
And you do so, and the momentum sends him backwards a little bit too, so I can do that. But got it. You have.
Alright, and then I'll
slain
use my
him.
movement to be like, all right, Telpyrion, you got that last guy, and I'm gonna go look in this door.
Okay. For free, do you have your goggles on in the middle of combat, or are they up on your forehead or something?
They're probably on my forehead since it's lit in this room.
Okay, so it gets pretty dark in there pretty quickly. So nothing without perception, nothing on this turn able to notice yet. Bloop, 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 Telpyrion.
I go up to this thing, and it's like aggressive. How attached is that? The circlet's resting on its head.
Yeah, it's just like affixed to its skull.
Oh, it's affixed.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a piece of jewelry, like a tiara.
I'm gonna swipe into this thing's chest at advantage. because
Perfect.
That's fairy fire.
Correct. The fairy fire
Plus-
is still active.
+1.
I don't even know. Is it still active? Have you taken a lot of damage?
I haven't gotten hit.
Okay.
Yeah, my very dangerous monsters didn't do shit.
14 to hit.
+1.
14 does hit. 15 does hit. Yes.
Why is it +1? You mean plus
Bless.
bless?
I added
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. I rolled it for you. I rolled a 1, but anyway. So yeah, still 14
Okay.
hit. 14 to
Okay,
hit
okay.
is a D10 and a D4. I'm rerolling that 1. I rolled it again. 5 plus 4 is 9 damage.
9 damage. Got it.
Force makes me terrible today. One more attack. 14 plus what, MK? 19. 14 plus, that's
14 hits.
It hits.
Yep.
Okay. Another swing with sword.
Oh shit! Back
Hell yeah. 7 plus 8 is 15.
How do you kill this guy?
I want to go like comic book style. I want to cut straight through its chest so fast it kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Let's say as you do that, as you swing through it, cutting into its ribs, its spine, severing it, the rest of it stops, and you have quick enough reflexes that you just reach out and grab the skull and have its tiara
that is what I
wielding
want to do.
skull in your head or in
Sweet.
your hand. And that will, I think, pull us out of initiative.
I want to stay where I am, but for flavor, I bonus action my sliver from right over here to my hand
Okay.
instead of getting it myself. All right, everyone, that was best case scenario.
Anything else down there? Still kicking?
No, but I got some corpses to check.
All right, Jiri, goggles on, peering in. What looks to be an excavation site only goes in about 10 or 15 feet and kind of almost like the shape of a cross. Kind of there's like 2 areas going in each direction. So functionally, I could even do like a little bit of this. So not an extensive chamber in there, but it definitely seems like a lot of grooves and chunks of rock have fallen to the ground where something was being pickaxed repeatedly.
Come on, Telpyrion. Let's go look.
I
I'll help
would
you.
like to spend 6 seconds, drop my concentration on Bless in order to guide myself, and then start rifling, see if I can get any last remnants from this blubbling corpse.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Yeah, just make an
Sexy
investigation check
pilot.
with your guidance.
God, I wish I was there.
11.
You are immediately repulsed as you're searching through this. The clothes are turning to tar. His body is turning to tar. The wings are like sticky and gooey, melting. The only thing on this person is his metal quarterstaff that you are able to gather.
I'll leave it on the ground for now, since I see it not disintegrating.
Okay.
Other double things curse.
And then I'll go fly and rest on the table as they start scouting ahead.
Okay.
I will shout down as I continue north with Alfie. Don't go too far deep. I'll be down in a second.
Okay. Toby Rama, also, as you're flying over, you see a similar phenomenon occurring to the large tentacle creature. It is slowly like shifting and melting down over time. But Roulette, you're able to.
I'm
shout that to your
continuing up
comrades.
to here eventually, but they
Sure.
were probably getting in the cave first.
Yep. Roulette, as you get to that table, you are able to see a smattering of very small satchels that are set on it, as well as like a couple gold coins, like kind of peeking out of some of those. Noticeably, there are 6 of those satchels. And if you dump the contents out, if you're interested in doing so, you will get. Where is it? 80 gold pieces.
What?
And in each of them, a single platinum piece. So
So it's
80 gold,
six-
6 platinum.
80 gold, 6 bucks.
80 gold total?
80 gold total,
Okay.
and a single gold and a single platinum piece in all of them. So various amounts of gold in the various bags, but 1 piece of platinum was in with each of them.
Gotcha. Are there any other like books or writings or notes, non-monetary things on the table there?
There are a couple of pieces of like thinly tanned leather that you're not sure what they come from, but they are used as parchment here, and they have like very strange script written on them that you don't understand. But there's a handful of parchment, skin parchment, basically.
Can I just around the table, I don't have detect magic or identify. Can I just make some sort of like, hey, is this magic or trapped in
Sure,
any way?
yeah, you can
Any of
give
this-
me a general Arcana check to Arcana to see if you.
He said Arcana!
Jesus Christ. That's amazing.
And-
Nothing leaps out to you as arcane.
Okay, I'll start grossly gathering up the skin paper,
Okay. Yeah, it only takes you a few seconds. It's only a couple sheets of it, but
and I will put it in like one of my extra notebooks to flatten it and make sure it's not crumbling into skin.
it does not seem to be. It seems to be somewhat durable. And you also just at a quick glance, whatever script is written onto this thing, it's a particularly kind of off-putting, like dried brown color.
They're just using blood on skin.
It's poop.
No, it's probably blood.
But you are able to gather that such. Jiri, I want you to give me a perception or investigation, your choice, as you're kind of poking around in this space.
I do follow Jiri in because Jiri wasn't going to go in without me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's more of like, oh,
Tiberian, it's spooky scary in here. You go first, I'll help you look.
Spooky, scary, got it. Don't those mean the same thing? We walk in.
No, not at all. You're working on your comments still.
It has been 2 months. All right. I look around with him.
Okay. Give me an investigation check with advantage with Jiri's help.
Happily. 17 plus 6 is 23.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. Frustratingly at first, you are just seeing like grooves in the earth that have clearly been pickaxes taken to. There's no minerals in the walls, it doesn't seem, until one striation of the one bump catches your hand, and you can't really tell what it is, but it seems to be a bit of like like
Yeah,
as if the tip of a pen, a tiny little point is poking out of the wall, and it's like an ivory bone-like color.
Step back, Telperion. I'll blast it out of here.
Oh, we have better tools than that. Why don't we get our tinkerer over here?
Okay.
And I'll call out to Roulette. Roulette, I've got something I want you to check out.
I have something for you too.
Oh, sure. Well, you come down here because I don't want to climb up yet.
I'll fly over and ferry Roulette down if she is so inclined.
I'm pulling out of the quiver the magic pickaxe head.
You're pulling out of the quiver the magic pickaxe head. Got it. Okay.
All right, Roulette, look, I think this is what they were mining for. I don't know how long it would take to mine it out, but here, I don't know. I mean, I could just strike at the wall with this thing, but maybe you have a better idea.
Oh, I take that from him and I hand it. I don't know. You speak a lot of languages. I think I don't know what this says or anything.
I take it without any hesitation. Oh, this is skin parchment, I think.
Gross.
And I think that's blood. I don't speak this though.
Wait, how do you know?
I'm assuming it's infernal, so I was speaking with authority.
That is correct.
Yeah, so I can tell by looking at it.
Do you see the word bloop on there?
What's a bloop?
DM. I'll go in and inspect the spot where they're
Oh,
putting.
I light up my sword.
You light up your sword, got it, so it casts a light in the area. That's great.
Like touching this thing, does it feel super strong and durable, or like does it feel like if I put enough pressure on it, it'll just snap?
It's gonna be. I would say, examination-wise, too difficult to tell. So little of this thing is peeking through the wall that you have no idea if shearing it, applying pressure would. It's brittle enough that it would snap or crush or break off. I'd say experimentation is probably going to be the only way to get that answer based on how little of it is exposed.
I could still blast it.
Hold on, I'm trying to. I feel like I have some. I don't think I have anything.
I'm stopping Jerry. Jerry, we're all in here. It's a very small room.
Can I feel like this is going to take too long of a time. We already took the handle out of the pickaxe head.
I broke it off because it was rotting.
It was
right?
rotting.
Yeah.
How long would it take for me to try to affix this to one of Alfie's arms?
That would be, I would say, certainly shorter than long rest, but that's not a 5-minute endeavor.
But maybe a short rest.
I could definitely benefit from a short rest.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
In general, I very much would like a rest. This is a closed chamber with only one entrance. We could search around a bit more. Would you want to try to attach it? Here's what I'm questioning. I could take this and I could strike the wall a bunch of times with it. Do you think I would do a better job than what Alfie would do?
I mean, Alfie's just going to be swinging a hard thing at this wall. It's not going to be any. I don't think it's going to be any different than you swinging it.
Well, the only question is, would he have better leverage if you attached it to him, or could we affix something to this so I would have better leverage swinging it in as opposed to treating it like a long? I don't know. What do you think? Like I could be.
I don't think Alfie's going to make much of a difference.
Well, actually, and we're not going for huge volume. We're going for delicacy. So maybe even the fact that I could just hold the end of it and chisel it out. Maybe it's not a disadvantage.
I mean, I have my hammer and I can do that.
Well, this is just meant for pickaxing. It seems magical.
I can't tell what you're whispering, but it looked like you were whispering right at me.
He said, "What was I going to look up?"
I was about to try and look something up in my fucking inventory. Oh, jeweler's kit. Jeweler.
Toby, Jerry, should we check the perimeter of this room before we take a rest?
Topirian, I saw a nice looking metal quarterstaff.
I hold my hand. I say, "Take me there."
I'll light up a couple stones around me.
Say no more.
Say no more. I'll let you think about it. You hang on to this. I'm very strong, stronger than your robot thing. So if you want me to strike the wall, I'm happy to do it in a minute.
Roulette, you probably need space to think, so I'm gonna go with them and look at the stick. But if you need me to blast stuff, I would like to do it before we rest.
You hear my voice in here saying, "I'm not gonna use his blasting."
Jerry, I'll let you know if I need the heavy guns or heavy force, because I don't know what a gun is. I'll call you back in. I'll light up a couple of stones around me. I'm going to go to a wall that is not the one that has the thing sticking out of it. I'm going to I'm just gonna hold the pickaxe to a spot on the wall, and I'm going to have I'm gonna have Alfie just like ram his body into it just to see what happens.
Sure. Give me a. We're gonna do sleight of hand, but based on intelligence, because it could be based on dex, because of finesse and care, but it also could be based on intelligence because of like structural knowledge of where to apply pressure. So just give me sleight of hand with advantage for Alfie's help. You and Alfie in tandem doing this thing.
Sleight of hand based on intelligence with advantage.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna do Arcana because that's intelligence plus proficiency, which is okay.
Yep.
19.
19. As soon as his impact hits it, the head of the pickaxe sinks into the wall and is now stuck, and it requires a little bit of force, but you're able to pry it out. But it definitely sank in a full inch with that one instance of pressure, which you would know as near a mine at Storm's Edge. An inch for one pickaxe swing is a lot.
Okay.
Certainly more than the mute base level pickaxes these skeletons seem to be using.
I'm gonna go over to the wall with the white thing, and I'm basically just gonna try and repeat that process, but in like a 6-inch radius circle around where the point is, so that I want like to start just carving away around, safe enough around it.
Okay. This, you're absolutely free to do so. Just know that this is gonna now take a little bit of time to start this process of kind of continually getting in toward the thing. But you can, if you want to, you can give me representative of X time duration you do this, another of that same check, sleight of hand, intelligence.
I think also, I will come to you before we really start resting, because I want to do a perimeter and finish looking at gear and stuff, so you know that we're not like starting to rest without you.
You also do have a clear indication of whoever's doing this is not actively resting. It's heavier, intense work than what is light activity during a short rest.
Raise your hand if you benefit from a short rest.
Okay. Do you not?
No, there's nothing specific I get back in a short rest, but except hit points, which I'm just going to have Toby come pat me on the back at some point.
I get everything back. And I took 30 fire damage at the beginning of the day, so I kind of know.
I'll peek my head back out, and I think I have a good kind of scale on how to approach this thing. I'm just gonna do my best to try and not damage whatever's in here, and I don't know, get whatever it is out.
If it's a weapon, I really care, but if it's some raw metal, I won't care as much.
I don't think it's metal.
Let us know if you need something. I'm like panting a little bit because I'm kind of tired.
Okay.
Also, I feel like we're like halfway. Me and Jerry are halfway climbing up the wall as you say that. And we're like, sure.
Yeah, so will everyone kind of organize themselves here on the map where they intend to be taking their short rest?
I'm putting my boot on Jerry's face, trying to get myself up the wall.
And I'll tell Pyrion, there's just a horned devil of some kind wielding this. Let's do our normal scenario into the quiver. We'll look at it later.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second. This beastie was nasty. Is there anything left of him, DM?
Over the course of the past couple minutes, no. It's a pile of liquid goo on the ground that you now see steam kind of rising from it as that goo is slowly getting smaller. It is evaporating.
Okay. And then 1, 2,
And
3.
same with the devilish creature.
I put away. I Kair the quarterstaff up and looking at it with Jiri Arcana. I want to see if it has a magical effect. Like looks like it's magic.
Sure. Yeah. Either of you could both give me an Arcana roll, or one of you could give it with advantage for the other's help.
I think I'll make it. Yeah. Oh, that's an 8, 9, 10, 8, 11.
Nothing seems to be magical about it. The goo is just dripping off of it slowly as it has been pulled free of the tar.
I just kind of helicopter around with Kair, and then I put her for now.
Okay. You can add a metal quarterstaff to your inventory. Is anyone doing anything in particular? Roulette, I know you're going to try and make progress on mining. What are you guys intending to do on your short
I would
rest?
like to, during short rest, be positioned in a maybe here, and kind of so I can peek out and just keep an eye on where we entered from originally. And,
Okay.
And I'm on watch duty.
Okay, give me
Sitting
a
down.
perception check.
Can I say something before he does that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this will affect him directly. I want to walk a perimeter of the room. I'm going to settle during the short rest up here by the papers and just kind of poke around too. But I just want to do a perimeter and make sure this feels like the only entrance.
Okay, give me an investigation. Anything for you, Jiri?
Yeah, I'm just gonna find a place to hide.
You want to help me on
Okay.
guard
Rest.
duty, Jiri?
No, because every single time I'm on guard duty, something bad happens. So
All right, you go. Rest up.
25 investigation.
25 investigation. You canvass the area. I'll say for free, you get the sense that the altar tables and that central raised thing, this was some type of ritual chamber where some kind of cultural practice took place, but you're not sure what that is. But you also functionally determine that you believe you came through the only intended entrance to this thing, and the lower cavity that Roulette is now working in was just chipped away at until it created a bit of a cavity tunnel.
Okay. And then I'll just, not even knowing that Roulette was up here, I'll rifle through this too, and then I'll take my short rest.
Can you say that last part again?
I'm going to rifle through this desk area. I didn't know Roulette was here. And then I will rest after that.
Yeah, I don't know if Roulette took all the bags with her or left the bags and took the gold, but I think that desk is fully cleared off at this point.
Okay.
As you guys begin to do your short rest, Toby Rama, give me a perception check. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Let me do a thing. Okay. Toby Rama, as you guys are short resting, catching your breath, you hear the tinking as Roulette is working on that. And with a 19, over the course of 20 or 30 minutes, Roulette, you do start to chip away at it successfully. You start wide and start to hone in carefully. And I'll say, expose another 6 inches of safe depth of whatever this thing is. And before I get to that, Toby Rama, as soon as your ears all of a sudden perk up as clamoring just in, like, right on the side of as I make it visible, you hear the very subtle flapping of wings, and you hear something land. It takes you a second to find what it is, and by the time you see what it is, right here, holding onto the side of the entrance, a very small winged creature that looks like this appears. And it seems to be holding like a black bag of some kind. And as soon as it sees you see it, it just looks at the surroundings and shrieks and is going to attempt to dash backwards.
You guys all hear that? Everyone, eyes up, heads up. Little imp just came through the door.
Only 25 or 30 minutes have gone by, so you guys have not completed a short rest of this adventure yet.
Grab it.
Well, it dashed away. It's a quick little bugger.
Tell him
Yes,
to come
it,
back.
it
I
did
get Kieran
immediately.
around.
It did immediately dash away.
Toby, go blast it.
Could I will do as Telperion says, and I don't know why I keep always going to the ruler. I'd like to go to here and see if I can see it scurrying away.
Not immediately, because as it dashed first, it's turning down the corner. Like
Oh,
this
that's
hallway
right.
went a couple changes of direction, so you might have to dash into that tunnel to be able to get eyes on where its current position is.
I don't have eyes on it. It had a bag, like it was here to pick something up.
With your passive perception, you heard the sound of jingling in that bag. Very similar to like a coin purse being
Sounded
jingled.
like he was coming here with money.
We're after you. Go for it.
I will make sure I see Roulette on her way out of the tunnel, if she is doing so. Is
Probably didn't even hear.
Can we pause for a second? Can like backing up. Just
We could
prior-
also do a quick bio break right now
Oh,
and resolve this afterward.
Oh, sure.
Cool. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Kill it. Kill him.
Don't mute us.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, this chair is the best thing in the world.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bring it closer so you can actually hear me. Do weapons require them to be finesse for it to base on your dexterity?
Yes.
Unless otherwise stated.
Unless otherwise stated by some other like class ability or something. But yes, if you want to use dex for a weapon, has to say finesse. Other than short bow, long bow, ranged weaponry can, if it's weird because like so ranged weapons versus melee weapons are in different categories.
Right.
Ranged weapons are allowed to use dex, but melee weapons with the thrown property still have to use strength. So Telperion still has to use strength when he throws a javelin, but you can use dex with that. But you can throw a dagger with your strength or your dex because it has finesse, so you're allowed to use either. Whereas short bow is pure dex, darts are pure dex.
So what is that? It specifically says in, say, like the monk class that you can use a quarterstaff with dex.
Those say these types of weapons are considered monk weapons for you, which allow you to use dex. Blah 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 blah.
Makes sense.
And there's a Kensei monk subclass, which just basically expands what weapons are considered monk weapons. So you could use a great sword or like a scimitar or well, that's a bad example because it's already finesse, but basically it expands that list.
Scimitar is indeed finesse. I'm looking at
Which I always consider Prince Oberyn a Kensei monk with his spear, because that's basically the only way to use a spear with dex, and he's so dexterous as that.
He ain't got no magic either.
Where
This would
did I put that? Oh yeah.
What was party HP looking at the end of that?
I'm at 44 out of 62, but also I haven't used any hit die today.
But we're not finishing our short rest currently.
Oh, fair.
42 out of 61.
I think I'm at full
Man.
health.
Level 6 feels like a lot of fucking health. Holy shit.
We're all bumped up by 10. I mean, Toby did 30.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Really level 7 right now.
Does that? Okay. So you two are worth doing that for
Nothing.
at some
Saving.
point. Think about how to do that, because that takes time.
So, Critter, specifically for roulette, prior to Little Red Friend flying in, as I'm getting like 4 or 5, 6 inches of this thing exposed, what am I seeing?
That's a fair question. I kind of want to text it to you because you haven't had a chance to explain it to your
Okay.
friends yet.
Text me.
Look at this magic card I pulled today. It's so glorious. It's not.
I can't see it.
Focus,
Come on,
focus, focus. Falco Sparrow Pact Weaver.
Isn't he cool?
Is that like a
I just gotta
skull
look it up.
helm?
He's a bird demon.
Sparrow Pact.
Right in my own.
All right, so I'm going to switch to a little bit increased heart rate music because right now it is like something has happened. So, and you guys are about to do something if you're going to pursue it or back off and whatever you want to do. But Roulette, you have just determined that information. I haven't had a chance to share it yet, but everyone's doing something.
I had shouted out into the chamber what I had said before of,
Yeah,
something came here.
Okay. And so Telperion said, we're behind you, we're with you, blah, blah, blah. You are maybe waiting on Roulette to get visual on her before you're pursuing, or are you going to choose to pursue?
I did yell at you to chase and blast it.
I'll trust my friends and do as they say.
And I will start dashing down the corridor as well.
Okay, give me 1 second then.
Are you texting him? Yeah.
Apologies. All right, Toby Rama.
Action dashing.
Action dashing. As you action dash, now I'm not going to manage this amazingly, but as you action dash, you arrive back through the archway at this space, and you can see that it also seemed to have action dashed and is now over here. This flying little devilish winged and tailed creature is X amount of feet away from you, seemingly flying towards this archway.
I just finished action dashing, which means I can bonus action
Healing word, spiritual weapon.
upcast spiritual weapon flying arrow.
Okay.
Wait, does it? It does increase damage, so I will do that.
And so you're upcasting it. This is a 60-foot range.
60 foot.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So are we within range of that? All right, we are. So let's go ahead and add that. It's kind of a silvery color, so I will do that. Can you select for me a spot that's going to be placed in? Right in front of it. Got it. Okay. Your little arrow appears, and you just conjure it into existence, I imagine, not getting out your short bow and doing the typical cast, but it just materializes and tries to attack it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
It's already in there. 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's 8 force damage. Wait,
did you say is it
yeah,
supposed to be more?
It is a higher level cast, so
Yeah, it should be 2d8 plus your wisdom mod.
I'm surprised that wasn't added. So 8 plus this d8. 15 damage.
15 damage. Then does your medallion, is that a +1 on attack or stuff, or is that only +1 to DC? I just literally don't have it.
It's
pulled up
to
in front of me.
my spell attack modifier.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, that makes
So
sense.
that's
For
why
spells, it
I
would
was
be
15.
+1 to damage.
It
Yeah,
would have been
got it.
14.
Oh, well, I think it's just that's to the attack rolls. This doesn't do it to attack and damage rolls of spells you cast.
It was also 15 on the attack roll. It would have been 14, so it was 15. It was
Oh,
15 to
gotcha.
hit and 15 damage at the same time.
I have to mute this conversation.
Okay, got it. You see that
Yeah, please.
seems to directly jut through its chest, and it just continues to shriek, and it tries to pull itself off to keep flying, but you did a heavy amount of damage to this little thing.
I mean, he gets an attack opportunity.
And so now before anything else happens, I want to ask, what are the rest of you doing as Toby Ram has darted out of the cavern you've been in?
Sprinting after our friend. Who
Okay,
I
so
commanded
sprinting
to go.
after him. Let me get back to that map really quickly. Telperion, based on where you were, a dash won't give you visual on them, but it'll get you close.
And you know I have 70 feet when I'm dashing?
Yes, yeah. But you'll functionally be in the, let me make sure I get this distance right. Boom, you'll hop that. You'll come over here. You're just functionally in that tunnel, basically.
I do have one more
carved
option
corridor.
I can do. Because I can make myself faster. But it would take everything I have. Almost everything I have. I'll just wait and trust Toby.
I'm at full health,
Okay.
and I would have
Okay.
That's why I've been checking with you guys.
So I'm just
So
like
you're
right out of
functionally
sight.
you're in that corridor, chasing after Toby. Jiri, what are you doing in this moment? I can pull you guys back to the screen for a second if that helps get visual.
Yeah, Jiri had been just dashing as well, just running after, trying to
Okay.
catch up.
Okay, so you will functionally get to behind where Toby Rama is.
And I'm ready to cast some magic whenever I see whatever Toby's looking at.
I will use my object interaction of that previous turn to have a javelin in hand.
Okay. So, Jiri, you now emerge. You're actually a little bit further back than this. Come on. But your dash just got you there. So you're a little bit behind where Toby is, but you use your action dash to get here, and so you can see visual on that creature off in the distance.
Are we in the same area?
I was closer than you were.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna... I can't use my action to cast.
Not in this moment, no.
No.
And then I also, before you can think on it for a second, if there's any bonus action economy, Roulette, what are you doing? You are now alone in that chamber.
There's a brief moment of panic that Roulette's like in a mining room and she's by herself. I'm gonna start making my way. I'm not gonna dash though. I need to put down my shit. I need to pick up my flail, pick up my shield. I will start making my way slowly.
Okay. We'll say you and Alfie begin the process of getting out of there. Are you leaving your belongings where they were? Or you said shield and flail and stuff you're picking up and going with you, but like the pickaxe head, any other tools you had near you, is that on the ground or is it all in a bag that you're just shoving stuff in?
Pickaxe definitely in the bag. If I had any other like random hammers and pythons and shit, I would have just left that behind.
Because that probably is your action, putting some stuff in the bag, but you're able to start that process, so you're starting to move.
Yeah.
Back to this map. It's the creature's turn first, so it flaps its wings harder. Oh, you see blood spatter on the ground as it pulls free from that missile, that silver mist arrow, and it uses its action once more to dash flying well through the archway.
Oh, but can you attack of opportunity?
No.
I don't think it.
The spiritual weapon does not
take
attack
whatever
of opportunities.
No.
It takes your bonus action to command it to do anything.
Right.
But so you have just lost visual on it, and it continues to screech. It is going, and you have lost visual on it, but functionally, it is Toby Rama, your turn at this point.
It was 50 feet from me. Would I have a way to... Oh, wait, shit. I could do it again. You create, when you cast a spell, you da-da-da. So I would imagine similar to a concentration spell. I could just have the arrow disappear whenever I want.
Oh yeah, you can just cause it to, you can just end the spell.
Yeah, there's no words about it needing a bonus action or anything to dismiss it. So I will... What sort of stuff can I do? Boom.
You're also... Oh, no, you don't have wings out right now.
I do not have wings out. I will do a dash and try and see if I can see it scurrying away, and if it's gotten further than I was able to keep up with.
Sure. So with your dash, go ahead and move yourself your 60 full feet.
Shit. Okay, so boom, move there.
I will say from that spot, with your passive perception, you just see the form of this imp coast right out of view up some stairs through the archway. So you get visual on it for a split second, but you do find that it is further than 60 feet away from you. It's closer to 80 now.
So I'm still...
Its speed seems to be a little bit faster than yours.
It's heading up the stairs. It's outpacing me. I can't keep up with it.
It's mine.
That's my turn.
And then it's functionally Telperian's turn next.
I mean, I'll just dash right and get right next to Toby. From my side, I assume from outside the room.
You dash. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to here. You'll just pass Jiri, and then this is where you are. You've used 20 feet of movement to get here. So now you're on the map.
20 plus that is 45. Yeah, and then
25 more.
25 more. So I'll stay next to Jerry.
So-
Toby. All right.
You're
well,
running very quick, cloak billowing behind you. You're able to fully catch up to Toby.
all right.
I was shouting that as I saw Tobiern fucking booking it at me. I'm like, it's outpacing me.
I mean, it's
Implying.
Yeah, it's gonna. We don't have time. All right, we need to go meet with the others because that thing's probably gonna go warn somebody. So we need to not be in that room anymore and come up with an action plan. So come back. I think.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, could have Telperion picked Jiri up and given him like extra movement or like brought him closer. Like, is that
Yeah,
possible?
it would have sacrificed some of his own movement, but yes.
Well,
I
I
would
said my
say, unfortunately, this kind of conversation just already took place. But yes, functionally, that could have happened.
So I tell that to Toby, and prepared it. I don't know. I mean, that's my turn. I can't. I guess I'll go one further since I could, and I'll wait here until something else happens.
I've
You just see stairways past the archway that lead up and out of sight. No visual on the creature at this moment, but you do still hear the echoing shrieks of it.
damn.
Toby, you're probably still with me though. It's not your turn, right?
That's correct. What's that?
Yeah.
Jiri,
Functionally,
will
it
you
will
go...
become Jiri's turn. So Jiri, you can do anything you want to, and if we don't need to stay in this kind of turn-based situation, then we can drop it.
Jerry didn't hear that conversation, so Jerry can decide if he's still pursuing or not.
I don't know, are you guys like waving me on or like go back and get roulette?
I
Is
would
there
have
any,
turned
like, hand
back
motion?
and started to talk and say, Jiri, go back, get Roulette. Tell her we've got to get out of that room and we've got to either follow or head back or go down this other room. But
I
we
guess
can't
I'd look-
stay.
I'd look at you and be like, "Can you get to him before we can, Jerry?" I don't know.
I mean, my lightning goes really far, but he's too far for me to catch up.
The
All right,
stairs don't do well for line of sight. So yeah, go grab Roulette.
Okay, and then he turns around and he goes
Okay.
gets roulette.
We'll say over the next 12, 15, 20 seconds, Roulette and Jiri are able to meet and functionally get back onto this map. So I just kind of want to reveal people just in case.
Right.
So all of you guys are able to now. We'll go back to normal music. And unfortunately, Toby Rama, to your chagrin, the arrow will fade.
All right.
But you all are able to congregate either right here in this moment or elsewhere. It's your call.
What are we doing? What happened?
So Roulette, something came and was scouting. It had a little bag. I'll describe the bag. I don't know if this would then line up with what Roulette knows, but I obviously didn't see what
Probably
Roulette had
looked
grabbed.
like this, and I'll pull out one of the bags.
Same type of bag.
A little bit different.
A little different.
The one that Imp was carrying was larger, darker. The one Roulette has are smaller, little like leather purses, basically.
Little Imp came flying in carrying a sack of money, saw me, and flew off. We started chasing it. It ran away up down this central one that we didn't go down at first. I can only assume it's reporting to someone, and now if that report gets there, they know where we were.
The snake thing said protect the king when we came this way, so I was kind of hoping we could rest before we met the king, but I assume the king's going to come after us now. So we could try to ambush it. And if we've got a couple options, we could chase after the thing, we could wait for it in the room we were just in, or we could explore the room. We could go peek over there and wait until it walks by. I don't have any.
Well, okay, so
Roulette immediately says, "I need 2 minutes. I'll be right back."
go grab your stuff.
And I'm gonna run back in to the down with Alfie into the little mine area, and I'm gonna try and make just like one swing, and it's gonna be at the deepest like base part of what I can see to
Got it.
try and
Go
shear.
ahead and
it.
give me an attack roll. We'll say with advantage. It's a stasis thing. It's gonna be easy to hit, but
While you're doing that, I want to send Toby to listen over here.
Is it going to be that sleight of hand thing again? +7? I guess just +7.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so let's let that resolve. We will be doing things in the meantime.
I'll go with Roulette just in case she needs some blasting.
You chase off with Roulette. And Roulette, just without wasting any time, just gets there, sticks it there, slams it, and you do shear off. And Roulette, to your chagrin, within the surface area of what is left exposed, you see a central little dot indicating some version of vertebrae, and your suspicion is reconfirmed of what you think you found. Jiri, I'm gonna say give me a perception check as you're in that kind of nearby Roulette.
13.
Or rather, Roulette, a better way to describe it is a very small hollow circle, almost indicating like a spot where blood marrow could exist in vertebrae. 13's enough to, as you're running around in this space, you're just catching a glimpse down at one of the bodies of the skeletons is just like dangling over the lava pit, and its little circlet is dangerously close to dipping into the lava.
Oh, I collected those, but I didn't say it.
Snatch it.
Yeah, you definitely, unfortunately it wasn't stated, but
Only
you
got that
snatch
one.
the ones that are remaining. So we'll say, I'm going back to this map really quickly.
Sure.
Those couple fell in the lava. But
I remember Blue was killed by Telperion.
Yes, but you get an emerald circlet. They're all the same structure of obsidian intricate carving, but they have different stones set into them. You get an emerald circlet, a circlet with an emerald in it, circlet with a topaz in it, circle with a ruby in it, and a circle with a sapphire in it. So 4 circlets you are able to really quick grab off those as Roulette gathers her stuff, and functionally you both are able to now go meet back up with your friends.
I specifically, and Critter, tell me if this didn't happen, but when I sheared it off, I wanted to make sure I took like that 6-inch.
Sure. Yep. You have it in hand.
Piece of whatever it was in hand.
Yep.
Does it essentially just look like a?
It's like a spike.
Like an ivory spike.
Yes.
Okay.
The 4 gems immediately go in the bag of holding.
Got it. Yeah, so 4 circlets. There's a gem embedded in them. There might be value to the stone, maybe value to the whole piece as a whole, but all 4 of those bag of holding. Got it.
Chucking it in.
Jiri,
Should I cave in the tunnel before we leave?
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm assuming we're getting out of here, right? We gotta go. So I don't know. Would it slow them down?
Or would it make the thing more... Oh, I'm not there.
That's how much. Yeah. I don't know if you want to save it for later. If you want to save it for later, save your blast. But if you can spare a blast, do it on this wall.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. It's the last thing I'll be able to do.
Save it.
Are you sure?
Save it. We're about to get attacked by something. And I push Jiri out of the way, and I go back into my book, and I pull out another page, and I say Rasvim, and I put a boulder just right inside the doorway.
Okay, you're able to do that. Yep. And you've got the little spike in hand. Are you storing that in any specific way?
In the bag of holding.
Okay, I just wanted clarification. Got it. You have that. You guys are able to both make your way back to join your friends. Telperion and Tobirama, I imagine you guys have still been standing here.
No. During that time.
Oh, okay.
You would go there. I would have been heading towards the archway and trying to be very perceptive, channeling some guidance and trying to see if I hear anything approaching. I know it hasn't been that long by the time they have returned to us, but I'm trying to see if I hear thudding footsteps.
Probably takes a minute or... Sure. The shrieking has stopped, and it probably takes a minute or two for Jiri and Roulette to gather their belongings and come back, but you have come here and you haven't heard any footsteps coming back down in your direction or anything.
So we're all back together over here.
So I see them over there. I run over to here.
Come to us. All right, so we could go meet it while it's expecting us, or we could go wait in this other room.
Or we could run. I am very spent on the day currently. I have 3 magical charges left, each of different variants.
It was really important that we rested. I mean, we can't go back to rest in the cabin again. I don't know. We were sent here to deal with this, though. I don't want to just leave before we see what the most important part was.
Well, was the wording deal with it or learn about it, or we can go and say they were excavating to find something? Any idea what that was, Roulette? What were they mining at?
It was some sort of creature. It was the tail of some sort of creature. I couldn't tell how big it was. But it was like spiky tail of some sort of thing. I got a piece of it, and I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to. I can take it back to Alethir and the Metamorphi and see if they know what it is. But it was a piece of bone.
What if we lay a trap? Lay a trap for whoever is coming, this king. What if we went to the bridge and I'll blow up the bridge?
That is a very good choke point. Okay, so yeah, let's start thinking tactically. If something is about to come find us, or they're just gonna abandon what they were doing now that that imp brought back intel that it didn't work,
DM, quickly, where Roulette's brain is going, looking at one of these ballistae, any sort of like mechanical activation on there that, let's say, a girl who's standing on top of it could use to change its direction.
Make an Arcana or an Investigation check.
I see Roulette peering around, and I grab her shoulder, trying to help her.
Okay. More than 20. Roulette, something does catch your eye in that they don't seem to be on any sort of mechanism. Like, you're not seeing them built into gears or something that turns or something that angles. They're just like static. And then you notice a pattern of where they're facing seem to be directly at the anvil. And you suspect that perhaps they are anticipating pressure to be placed on where the anvil is. Almost a defense mechanism to defend the anvil, not necessarily the surrounding space.
Wait, repeat that last. The pressure to
basically all the ballistae seem to be locked directly line of sight on the anvil, as if any motion around that might trigger their firing of whatever ammo. And like, you guys have determined that no pressure put on this bridge walkway is triggering them, but maybe they're fixed in that spot for a reason.
Gotcha.
We have probably a brief period where nothing's chasing us yet, to where we could get out and report to Alethir and say, yes, they're excavating beneath your mountain, looking for something, and we can go back down if she encourages us to, and I'm very happy to. I just worry because we have no way of knowing what is about to come down the stairs.
I think if we leave, we're not coming back.
I hate this.
But
it could be.
I only bring it up. There might be better people to deal with what's down here. That's just a thought.
We were the better people. We got sent.
What if we just go check this other room?
I don't want to leave yet.
Let's evaluate circumstances. Let's go look in the other room that I didn't see it fly into.
Tobirama, you hear from off in this direction with your passive perception so high, off in that direction, you do hear a footstep.
They're coming. I just heads up and say, they're coming.
All right, I start walking back here and I wave and I'm like, all right, we need to go to the terrain we're familiar with.
Let's be brave and steal the anvil and run for it.
We don't know what the anvil is.
Critter, just to remind me, the ballistae are like 20 feet up, pointing down.
Yes, correct.
Come on, we don't want to be.
I start dragging Jiri back to the tunnel.
Sure. So you heard it in time to not be assaulted by whatever might be coming down. So you all are able to get back into that room, and we'll say have 2 rounds to do whatever you want to do in anticipation.
Let's go.
You suspect that in your rush, you were definitely making noise. So you definitely have indicated to whoever's pursuing some direction. So they are going to be able to possibly know the direction you headed, but you guys are able to. We'll move back to this space, and I will make this visible once more. Give me one moment.
You're dragging Jiri, and it's like, you know, in Lord of the Rings, Helm's Deep, when they're like dragging Gimli off the battlefield. It's like that, like he's like kicking.
DM, last question about that room. How big was the anvil, and could Roulette have guessed how heavy it was?
Completely seemed to be made of stone. Not sure what kind.
Ignore that.
It seemed to be built into the base of it. You suspect very, very heavy, if not carved from the earth itself, but you were not able to inspect it closely enough. But we'll get back to this.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's made of a dark iron metal material, but you're not sure how fixed to the ground it is.
Gotcha.
How many health? Does anyone have a health potion?
I have one.
I say that as we're walking back. Does anyone need to take it?
Because I'm low on my spell, so if you can heal without it.
Just get ready for a fight where we are low resources.
Let's
Can I do what?
Get rid of these courses,
or at least the 2 that evaporated.
Yep.
All right, so we should spread out.
I think we should choke up the entrance and not let it get in and choose who it gets to fight.
Jiri, we need to get on each side of it.
Okay, I'll go left, you go right.
Yes.
Why are you so far away?
Well, I mean, we're gonna choke it. We want to see it.
No, choke it at the literal tunnel entrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I'm imagining like back against the wall, like Talthirian and I, like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do we want to be here though, like a little bit more in?
I don't think so.
Swing a second. Okay, sure. Roulette, where do you want to be?
Important question. We've already been through 25 minutes. Okay, so Warning Bond is definitely gone. I was about to start thinking about the math of that. That's definitely gone.
Anyone want to heal before we start? I'm just wondering if we need to drink health potions preemptively. I'm not sure. I'm at like healthy enough that maybe I don't need it. I got my ring too, so I'm fine.
I would say do it now in the respite when you can afford to without fending something off.
Jerry, what's your health at?
I'm feeling completely fine, but I'm curious if I should use my puffy armor ahead of time or wait.
Would that hit us in any way?
No.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think that's a really good idea.
Puffy it is.
Do that.
But I'm gonna wait until they're almost here.
Okay, I have 3 spells. I have to save my 3rd. So let's cast a 2nd, which is going to be Bless, and Sanctuary after.
I would
whatever is approaching seems to be near the entrance of that corridor under those archways. So you hear a footstep, Tobirama. So everyone tell me what their next move is.
I bless all of those who still have the token and cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
I have my blade ready.
Okay.
off the armor.
Okay.
You don't know if that's gonna be advantageous. Important to say, I have the chestnut nearby, ready. Like the chestnut is a quick grab away.
You
like,
used that in the dream. I forgot. That's right.
It's like my emergency. I've never used it. Steve, you need to tell him what you're doing.
Toby, do you not want to be like line of sight right outside the door?
I want to be right here in front of him.
Well, they can throw something at.
Where they will get dissuaded from throwing things at me.
They don't know we're here, and you're kind of giving it.
They do know we're here.
No, they don't know we are standing right here, ready to swing.
Yeah. There, I guess, or.
Are you under Alfie?
I'm gonna go back here. Alfie's over here. Toby, go back where you were. I have my my flail out. I'm ready to swing.
We're not here to negotiate. We're here to kill this thing for Alfie.
Roulette and Toby Rama, based on your vantage point angle, you see an individual round the corner with a small fireball like held aloft in their hand. Interesting. It is only a couple of them. Shall we? And in a moment, he disappears and appears hovering over here. And I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
Christ. Oh, me, oh my.
Oh.
Are they hovering or standing on the edge?
They are hovering over the edge.
Christopher,
Yes.
how big is the doorway that they just came through?
10 feet tall, but a little wider than 5 foot. Functionally a 5 foot wide space, but 10, 12 feet tall. All right, we got a 21. We got a 20. We got Toby Rama. What's your Dex mod? You're gonna go first.
+2.
Over it.
It's technically a tie, but you'll go first.
It's fine.
All right.
We need to deal with this.
Telperion, you have seen this individual just hover in misty step functionally off into the distance, and it is your turn.
I feel like the sweep to the left looks really cool, and then I just charge right at it.
Okay, so you jump up on that kind of raised portion, and you're gonna try and attack it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
D4.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
A nat 1?
Another nat 1.
Give me a basic save, D20 roll.
9.
+1.
Oh, yeah. Plus a 1.
Plus a 1 for bless?
Yeah.
I don't have to bless.
Okay, so your momentum almost brings you too far, falling down the thing, but you barely hold your posture up, and you're still standing there.
All right, I swing a second time.
Okay.
17.
Does hit. You see a similar sensation that Jiri saw earlier. You probably noticed it too, but whatever armor this person's wearing seems to be shimmering with like a little translucent arcane light around it. So it is functionally providing more armor than his robed appearance suggests, but you definitely do hit.
I rolled really good. I Psionic Surge too. Or I Psionic Strike it. Okay. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 plus 7 is 27.
You rolled 27 on one hit.
I rolled an 8 on my D10, an 8 on my D8, and a 4 on my D4. And then I had 7 because of my strength and intelligence modifier. So I shorted my max by 2. I will heal on this for more health, and that's the last charge of my sword for the day.
27 was the number, so they've got to beat a 13. Thank God.
Can I just say,
You see his form about to fall, but he maintains his composure to keep himself aloft. Yes.
Oh.
I think that is the first time that we've had to force a concentration check above a 10.
Also,
I think you're correct on that. Yeah.
We missed the bless trigger on my attack, and I did hit, but I'm gonna hold this D4 so I do not forget that again.
Yeah. Do you guys
Okay,
want me
sounds
shouting those out? Do you want to keep
Always
track of
shout
them?
it out.
Okay.
As the caster, remind us every attack swing. But I mean, it's on all of us. But anyway, that's.
You see a lot of blood dripping out of the robes of this thing. You carved into the chest of this individual fairly heavily.
Cool. Bonus action. I'm going to.
Stay close to me. I can't say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I didn't use my full movement. Are they holding any melee weapons?
They are not.
I'm gonna step back and then pull him 5 feet towards me. My bonus action.
Okay.
It's 14 strength save.
Oh, interesting. Okay, got it.
And then I'm gonna
strength save from them.
Yeah, and I'll step sideways too, so the other people have a good shot.
They are pulled 5 feet toward.
They were pulled here. How much movement did I use? So that was 5. That was 20, 25.
30.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go here. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Kind of pressed up right against the pillar, but up on the raised portion. Got it. Okay, Roulette, your turn.
I can't say the bonus action. I keep forgetting that. I'm turning and I'm staying where I am, and I'm just gonna swing now at the. I'm assuming is it like it's level-ish with us, or is it like 5 feet higher?
The person is like 3 feet higher than you. Functionally, it's in your same 5 foot cube forward, but yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna swing at it from where I am.
D4.
Right? Oh, I'm blessed.
Less.
Ooh, it feels good. $14?
14 does not hit. You see your thing swipe at where this thing's robe would be, but it's like weirdly deflected off as if imbued with arcane armor.
Roulette's panicked and realizing that she probably wants to be across from Telperion. She's going to move into a flanking position from here. Is this flanking? Would she think? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And she's going to swing again at advantage this time.
Yes.
Plus.
Jesus Christ.
Love it. Love it.
17?
As you're sure this one will hit, they have enough wherewithal finally to compose themselves and wave their hand in front of them as a magical shield shimmers across their form.
Can I react to that? And cast counterspell. I'm going to counterspell that shield. I'm doing it.
You want to counterspell the shield?
I'm doing it.
You can see them saying a verbal component and a magical effect waving across their hand. So you can release your counterspell if you will. And as soon as you're Roulette, you look horrifyingly as the shield is going to block your thing, and then it just shatters, detonated by the counterspell, allowing you to successfully hit.
God.
Crazy.
Okay. 13 bludgeoning.
13 bludgeoning. This individual looks very, very hurt.
Are you rolling at advantage?
I did.
And needs to make a save. Again, almost losing. Their feet are like inches from the little raised portion, but you see a wobble before they right themselves again.
Bonus action, I'm going to have Alfie tuck into this corner, giving Toby a little buffer space, and I'm going to throw one charge of the wand at this thing. Whoops.
I made a little blessed tower in the middle of my rolling thing, so I don't forget.
Oh, that counterspell is crazy because also shield would have auto prevented all of this damage from the magic missile. as you shield auto prevents magic missile, as your bullets of force also the shield cracking and shattering as your mace and these arcane darts of force just light this person up. They fall back to the ground backwards, seemingly unconscious.
I have
And they thud to the ground.
Where was I? So it's 10. I'm gonna use another 10 feet of movement to tuck over to here, and I'm keeping an eye on the thing on the ground.
Okay.
That's my turn.
What's damage?
Toby.
27 plus 3 is 40. We just did 51 damage.
So, yeah.
I move into the doorway.
Okay.
You look so sad.
Well, it's always annoying to like if we've
Also,
never discussed
Toby
a
Rama.
scenario. Continue.
Sorry, as you gestured and did that counterspell, you saw the amethyst tattoo.
Yeah.
Just you felt it just dissipate from your arm.
Yes.
It's fine.
I was
That's fine.
okay. I'm gonna ask it because I'm scared for my life, and I'm gonna do what I want. Sanctuary. If the warded creature makes an attack, 1, casts a spell that affects an enemy, 2, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends. How wide-reaching is affects an enemy?
I think that's a DM judgment, so make your decision and we'll see. I'm very excited.
I have gotten my reaction back, right? Because now it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah, you have your reaction.
I am going to hold. Hold it. Should I just do it? How loud does it go? It's thaumaturgy. I'm thinking about thaumaturgy. I want to scare away these things. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and do my best imitation of what I had heard come from Roulette's mouth, not 30 minutes ago.
Oh, a growl sound magically amplifying your growl, essentially. Yeah, you can cast this spell and as part of it, yell and shout and do what you want to do. Is that what you're doing? You're like a growl yell effect?
That is what I'm doing, and I'm planting myself firm in the doorway.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
+2.
Okay. You feel very confident that echoed through the space for sure.
That is my turn.
I mean, I'm down to my last two spots.
It's definitely the one.
And as this individual
Yeah, because it's an
follows,
Jesus Christ.
they come down the hallway, and the moment they see you, gesture towards you as arcane bolts surge toward you.
Anything affect? No. Okay, just magic missile. Word. Understood.
How does that interact with Sanctuary? Or is that...
It is not.
Oh, they do.
Well,
They do still
wait a
have
minute.
to target you, so they do still have to save. Actually,
Who would
did-
targets the warded with an attack or harmful spell?
yeah. So they do have to actually make a whiz save.
Big
Did you
money.
end your turn there, MK?
Yes.
Yes.
Nat 1. So many nat 1s. But I'll give him basic save. I don't know how this is going to affect anything, but
Well, that's,
so basic save, nat 1 for targeting someone. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going
I think you have to
see that
go-
they can't.
I don't think you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you don't do a basic save for a wisdom save because it wasn't.
Yeah,
an
probably. That's true. Yeah, but so they frustratingly can't do it to Toby Rama, so they look just over your shoulder and send all those darts of force at Telperion.
They have line of sight of me?
Yeah, easily.
Oh, what's easily? Okay.
It's a 10 feet tall archway.
Yeah, it's a super tall archway. He's got. This is not occluding his vision
I mean, just-
whatsoever.
Yes, I'm not arguing with you. Just between the three of them, that was my surprise that like someone far
Yeah.
away could see me.
I mean,
I got
you-
it.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
hidden.
I would say even if Alfie's on the floor, Toby Rama's also like there could be 80 people in front of you. You could still see something. Maybe it would have cover, but this is not a cover type of interaction. But just normal magic missile will surge towards Telperion.
It's 3d4 plus 3 if you've never done it before.
I finally get to use it. Telperion, trying to dodge around, you're frustrated that these are like slipping under your armor and are about to hit you unless you're going to interact with it in any way.
No, I have one psi energy left for the record. So.
Okay.
Saving it for emergencies.
So 10 force damage to you, and then they will disappear. Oh, they can't do that. They can't do that. They'll stay there. Jiri, your turn.
All right, Jiri pops out from behind the door. He was like flat against the wall. Couldn't see him, so he just comes around swinging.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and roll. This individual looks a little different, but I'll throw them out in the thing just for funsies. They're different.
Do you have the person on the bottom?
All right, 17.
17. As you're sure you're going to hit, this individual pulls up their arm, mutters an incantation, and a large barrier of arcane force just prevents your sword from clanging through, blocking that sword.
Oh, did you add a D4 to that?
You can add your D4.
We haven't moved on yet.
19 still does not get through.
But they still take D4 or 4 lightning damage.
How does that interact?
Because that's a miss.
Yeah, it's still a miss. So as your sword hits this arcane barrier, but the lightning wraps around it and still like shocks them just momentarily for 2 damage.
4 damage.
Oh, 4 damage. Got it. Deal.
All right, let's try again.
Only that single spell. Okay. Because it's like a force.
Add your D4.
Yeah, this one is definitely gonna hit.
Oh, yep. Baby.
Yeah, you absolutely do. So you just like press through in the barrier. You are able to get your sword far enough into the barrier where you can cut their arm. For 8 slashing and 3 lightning.
Yep.
Got it.
Just the jab. Lefty punch.
Dang.
Bummer.
Oh my god.
Right.
That one you just hit the barrier.
Ow.
I'm gonna yell at something before your turn ends, though.
Give me a basic save. Jiri.
With a D4.
Does a 1 attack roll always mean a basic save?
This isn't. Basic saves aren't even in the rules. The basic save is just like a fun thing to do with natural ones.
Christopher Kennedy imagination time.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Which was 20. Dirty 20. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. So it doesn't hurt you for a point of bludgeoning damage. You just are ineffective in your attack. Yeah.
I'm thinking to Jiri, clear the choke point or else it's not effective.
Jiri's tactical mind has no idea what that means.
Yeah, you do hear his thoughts in your minds, but you are unable to make decisive use of that information.
The warrior Telperion is very frustrated at the two.
But I will kind of circle around and get behind the guy.
Is there any way
you are not able to? Yeah, you are not able to push past the enemy's space. And this is here's
10 tall. 10 tall.
Yeah, it's 10 tall, and
it's space
and
wide.
it kind of goes this way ish.
Got it.
But yeah, so unfortunately, and especially with their arcane shield on you, you're not able to find a place to slip behind them, unfortunately. All right. It is your turn. Roulette, you were paying attention to this guy, and you just hear and you see like a flicker of flame come from this guy's mouth as he is still prone, laying on the ground, but is technically not dead. And he reaches up, gestures, and commands magic missiles. for 8 force damage, but is otherwise still prone on the ground, looking like death. And then it will be another one of their allies' turns.
Oh, whole cadre here.
They will similarly come to the aid of their comrade, not sure how to navigate in the space, and will bonus action Misty Step in this direction. Face you all. And use Magic Missile.
Oh my god.
I will kill them all.
This one is going to face the one that was blocking the path, Tobirama.
This is revenge for Alfie.
Whiz save.
Oh, you're so right. I need to make the whiz save. Unless, Toby, have you done anything aggressive since then? Not yet? Okay.
I growled.
So they might not.
That's what I was wondering about.
I want
through sheer force of will, they push through and they hit you for 11 points of force damage.
Which I'm concentrating on a level 2 spell. So this
roll will get +2.
A d20 plus 4. Plus 4. And I have to beat 11, so I have to beat 10.
You succeed. You hang on to your concentration for sure.
Oh, also, I would have gotten a d4 to that, because I'm blessed.
Yes, you are. And this individual looks also slightly different as well.
Oh.
A very sloppy PNG job there. But Telperion, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action quick toss at this bro.
Okay. Do it.
Which is my last expendable resource of the day. I'll find it somewhere. Bonus action. Gotta mock it off. All right. Quick toss to Sliver.
Do it.
21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
D6 plus 5. I rolled a 1. So 6 damage.
Got it.
Okay. So then I'm gonna run over at him, make him uncomfortable. And I can get around them, I do believe.
Passive insight doesn't let you know if they're uncomfortable or not.
Oh, okay. I whisper in his brain, I hope you're uncomfortable right now.
Oh, now he looks sketched out.
All right, and then I'm gonna swing at him.
Okay, roll it.
Nat 19, so it hits.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I presume. A shield even wouldn't beat enough to 19, really. Okay, so this is just a D10 and a D4. I'm re-rolling the 1. 12 plus 4 is 16 damage.
Okay.
Then second hit.
Roll it.
Nat 18 plus 7. So
Definitely
25.
hits.
Okay. Oh fuck it! I rolled 2 10s in a row on my D10. 17 total.
17 total. That individual looks very fucked up.
And
Your sliver and 2 strikes just shredding him. Blood is pouring through his robes.
Excellent. And I loom at him and my turn.
Okay. Roulette.
I look down at the fucker who's on the ground and I go, I'll be back for you. And I'm gonna take 2 steps this way, doing some weird sort of musical tables where they're up on a table and I'm up on this like little
Yeah.
and I'm going to swing at the guy that is currently being sliced and diced by Telperion.
Yep, with advantage.
And a d4.
Definitely hits. Definitely hits.
6 bludgeoning.
How do you kill this guy?
I'm just going to say that. So, Roulette is going to spend her second attack on this thing because she saw that the other one was still alive. So, I would like, just for flavor, if possible, to swing out his feet from under him, and then I'm going to take my next attack to just melee at the prone thing on the table.
Okay, yeah, make a second attack with advantage.
Any chance this would be an auto crit for any reason?
It is not in melee range, only melee attack. Well, this is actually a melee attack that has reach, so actually this is an auto crit, yes. And with that, you take out his legs, you feel like you broke his kneecaps as he collapses to the ground lifeless, and as an overhead strike hits him, you see his chest just like collapse in a small burst of flame harmlessly leave it.
Alfie, I got one for you down there. And as my bonus action, I'm going to command Alfie to go into ostrich form and just peek over and
okay.
Return the favor.
Taste the missiles.
As soon as he sees the missiles on his back prone, he has enough wherewithal to trace his fingers in the air, and a force field surrounds him, deflecting all of the missiles.
Deflecting 10 damage.
Yes.
Every enemy critter ever makes here on out will have shield.
Correct.
No.
I'm so sick of this magic missile wand.
I'm gonna have Alfie. I'm gonna have Alfie just retreat back to where he was.
Okay.
I need to go mark that off. That's my turn.
Toby.
Toby, indeed. You're good. You've gotten... I'm going to stand where I am. I'm going to stand where I am. I'm going to stare at this thing in front of me. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Preemptively, I will also say, as soon as you start aiming this and the projectile starts firing, this person casts shield. Maybe not enough, but he's going to burn his reaction to try. You got to hit a 20.
It's +8. I'm going to roll. It's so weird with the... okay. Oh, there we go. Cast. I am blessed. Know what? I'm gonna spend a lucky point. My luck point.
Why?
I want to see if I crit this thing. I'm just gonna.
Oh my god.
You don't think so?
No.
He can do what he wants.
I'm gonna do what I want because also that damage roll was so low.
Oh, that was ones.
Okay, so I hit, and I did 10 radiant damage.
Oh, that is sad. There's a lot of ones in there.
This individual managed to get their shield up, but it seems weak in the center, and your arrow just pierces right through the shield for 10 radiant damage to this person's chest.
And I'll go walk up in its space. No longer sanctuaried, but nonetheless emboldened. That is my turn.
Well, the individual on the ground, you can hear them coughing up blood, and they're just laying there, and they just say, "What do we do?" And the individual right in front of Toby Rama just says, "Buy him time," and does another magic missile point blank to Toby Rama.
Okay. Hit me with it. Gotcha.
For 9 damage. And that's all they're going to do. Jiri, your turn.
Alright, so seeing that Toby is in my way and there's no way for me to get around him, I will...
Could I react and say, I have not spent a reaction, say, pull me out of the way, Jiri?
Yeah, you can say that.
Alright, I will toss Toby.
And I just
grab him by the shoulders.
Let myself go limp.
Toss him. And then start smacking this guy.
Okay, you can do that. Go ahead and roll your attack. he still does have his arcane barrier shield in front of him.
And you are still
preventing
blessed. It's still a 1. Oh.
I'm tired of basic saves. There have been so many nat ones. We're not worrying about basic saves anymore. So that just misses.
Plus
and even that, both of
D4,
you. Oh
D4.
yeah, plus D4. That could apply for sure.
Hey.
You do. You glance off the first time, and with sheer force of will, you stab this one in, and it makes it through the shield enough to do damage for
Bro, what is
10.
up?
Wait,
A 10
wait.
damage.
That should be an advantage because of the
Why?
guiding bolt.
It should be at advantage because
So
of the
that should
guiding
be
bolt,
for the
you're
first swing.
That is
So
for
your
the
nat
first
one
swing.
is re-rolled.
Yes.
No, I'm just
so
saying.
that, you're absolutely right. So this is your first attack. Almost glances off, but you're able to push it through the arcane shield.
Thank
doing
you,
10
Roulette.
damage with your first strike.
Broker.
Good call.
studies.
Yeah, no, definitely good call on that.
No advantage for the next one, right?
Correct.
Ooh, Alfie over here.
No, I brought him back because I thought the other guy was going to step forward.
In this
Oh,
one,
I
they are able to thwart your strike to the side,
Jesus Christ.
but they are breathing heavily and very injured.
I punch him.
Block.
All right. I go back and I say,
Toby, I'm sick of this guy. He's got like a shield.
It is this person's turn. They are going to first of all stumble to their feet very slowly, spending half their movement. And then they're just gonna run this way till they can get a good vantage point, and immediately Misty step over here and throw a firebolt at the one he was looking at, Roulette.
Question.
What you got?
The broker.
That spot is a pillar.
The spot he's on is like a raised
He's talking-
table.
Do I have any sort of cover because I came
Not
from,
in that spot specifically.
Okay.
It's 7:30 already.
It didn't roll the attack roll automatically, but it does still stray just right past you. So maybe you did in our mind have cover. But that will do it for him. Telpier, in your turn.
All right. I'm sick of this. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. I'm gonna.
This individual is barely able to keep themselves standing.
This one.
Yeah.
Mind Sliver. Give me an int save. 14.
Shield's not going to help him on that one.
No, little fucker.
Ah!
I'm gonna get
Passes
myself.
out.
All right. I do want to know what it would have been. It was 11 damage.
He had 1 health left
Okay.
after saving on a thing.
I'll say, Roulette, I don't know if he's dead or not. Everyone, a choke point only works if you let them come in. We need to go, though, because apparently there's someone worth killing. Can I push past these bros? I don't know how it works.
You can push past Toby.
Well, if I even, I'm not going to be able to...
Tackle him.
I use my action.
Oh,
I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I moved 25 feet. So I have 10 more feet to move. Can't do anything. I'll just get ready to move.
You use your action?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my action. And I have a bonus action.
You could have pulled me away,
Oh, I will.
and so you could have taken my spot, maybe.
I mean, even then, it really doesn't help for me to be in that position. I'll just pull this person towards me.
Okay.
And then I'll move one closer. So yeah, 14 in strength save.
He does resist the effect.
And with the rest of my turn, I'll say, All right, it sounds like we need to go to that chamber and kill whatever king is here, because I don't think I need them of the king. Let's murk this guy and get going.
If you can even reach the king.
Let's murk this guy and get going. And that's my turn. I'll go here instead, so there's a movement. 30.
Sure. I'm just running through.
Oh, can I do one last thing on my turn? I just want to think in its head.
Toby.
How do you know the rest of us haven't already gone your king?
He just
That's all.
laughs.
Dangerous. I'm just gonna shoulder my way all the way through. I kind of just want to tackle him.
Kill this fucker.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take 2 swings with my flail at this piece of shit.
You are not blessed. I'd forgotten to do the last final magic missile.
Ooh, nice.
Shit.
So bless fades from everyone.
Even with another 2 on that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 swings at him.
Okay.
Oh, 20.
Just breaks through the arcane shield.
Oh my god.
Do we have a 15 AC? Oh, 14 AC?
15 AC with shield, it gets him to 20. So 20 just hits.
Does he cast the shield?
He did already. It's
He already
still
did.
active
It's
since his
turn.
last.
11 damage.
11 damage. Okay.
You piece of shit.
Look at Tim.
I'm swinging again!
We're ready for these cultists to be dead.
Swing again. Gotta beat a 20.
Gotta be a 12. Oh.
With no blast.
No, I'm using my inspiration. I'm swinging. I'm rolling again.
Okay. Roll it.
God damn it!
Also, Michael Jacoby, I wasn't using my point of inspiration. I was using my daily luck point earlier.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
If you were freaking out about me using an inspiration point on that.
No, I wasn't.
I shriek at this man's face. Oh no, I can't do that. That's so
A little extra anger though is making you reckless, and that strike wasn't quite enough to break through his barrier. But attack.
I used 20. God damn it! How much did I use to get there? 25.
Too much.
Can I? Toby, how tall are you?
5'4".
Theoretically, with enough of a running start, can Alfie jump over over Toby if I'm kneeling down, and then over me?
His long jump will be determined by his strength modifier, but his landing space is anyone's guess in this thing you're attempting.
His strength is 14.
So he can reach with a running start and an acrobatics check to clear vertical objects in front of him. He would have to make an acrobatics check, but he could jump 15 feet.
I want to instruct Alfie to go up to here, and then while in ostrich form, I want him to take 10 feet of a running start,
Okay.
jump over Toby
Love
and
it.
myself. I am kneeling down, and I want him to try and grapple and tackle, or I want him to try and push over this man. This
Okay.
person.
Okay. When he tries to do this jump, I do need an acrobatics check because it's not a horizontal escape. He's trying to clear obstacles.
Oh, stupidest thing, and I love it. 19.
With a very good acrobatics check, I'm going to give this guy a dex save. Alfie successfully clears Toby, clears you, lands directly on this cultist individual, knocking him to the ground. The individual is still alive, but Alfie has successfully proned him.
Can I move 5 feet to here with my last 5 feet of movement? Oh no, I can't because it's not my
no,
turn.
yeah, no. With 2 individuals in that, no way you could push past that.
That's my turn.
Okay, Toby.
Are we asking questions or are we moving on?
Kill him. We have a king to
Okay,
kill.
then I will toll the dead on this boy. Give me a wisdom save.
Give me a wisdom save, baby.
This is the stupidest 5-foot hallway I've ever been in.
No.
That's right. That's right.
Roll two ones.
16. 8.
You see the blood of this individual just like almost like their veins carrying their black blood is just like suffusing through the skin. It's just like spidering all up his face. And then I will give him a con save, as I did with the others. But you see a harmless burst of flame burst out of his chest, and he falls lifeless.
You did it, Alfie.
All right, seeing him die, I want to scrabble up here and just pat this guy down to be sure before we move on.
He is starting to dissolve and melt into bubblish goo. That individual does not have anything useful on him.
Did you already leave?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right, they got to go too. Okay, let's go. Check that one over here.
As the thing dies in front of me, can I just cursory pickpocket it?
You were also directly at his space when it died.
Yeah,
you heard a collapse of some coin.
Oh.
And as you search him, as his robes are starting to melt, you pull out a black satin bag that has a lot of heft to it. It's full of a lot of coin. Specifically,
it takes 20 minutes to count it.
You don't need to count it, but we will still give it to you if you want to put this in bag holding or whatever. It is 840 silver, 347 gold, and 12 platinum.
Why'd you give it in that order?
Can you repeat that? I went the wrong way.
Because you always go in order of least valuable to most valuable.
Do you?
What was it? Sorry, just the numbers.
840 silver, 347 gold.
Thank you.
12 platinum.
All right. Seeing that you just got something off this dude, I am gonna say real quick. I just gonna rifle through this guy really quick.
Similar to the other guy, seemed to not have been gifted any coin bag, but has just melting robes.
You hear Roulette say, none of them had anything.
And we will come back to here.
Hold on, I gotta do something important. As I'm running past, Shadow Moby follows after me, but he stops and bends down next to this dead cultist, and like, maybe Toby sees this because he's pretty perceptive.
Now, Jiri, as before you do this, does it have to be a humanoid?
Yes.
As this thing is melting into the ground, you find that it is unable to bond to that individual's essence.
Not a humanoid?
No, devils are fiends and not humanoids. And it is melting. There is functionally no core body or spirit left in this thing.
Really cool.
Never mind. I'm dashing.
So you consider doing that, but you're like, I can't affect that thing. It's goo. But you catch up to your friends, and you all arrive back in this central chamber. Where are you going?
All right. They said give the king time, and the snake thing said they needed to protect the king. So maybe this king is like a little baby, like skeleton devil, and it's not going to protect itself. But I say we go fucking kill this thing in the north room.
Already going there.
North room.
Let's go.
All righty then. As you all come to a new chamber, running up the stairs through that archway.
Are we being quiet? No, we're going fast. We're not being quiet.
Some sort of large ritual chamber seems to be set in front of you with grooves carved into the floor everywhere, with large columns reaching up 80 feet into the air, holding up the stone structure above it, all of these columns, with some kind of strange demonic dragonoid-ish skulls kind of embedded in all of them, carved from the stone, not separate things affixed to them. And across this lava that you can see the glow from across the way, there seems to be enormous, massive, 50-foot high, 40-foot wide stone slab doors that are blocked off over in that direction. And there is very large script text carved into the doors.
Wait, there's doors over here?
On the north
Yes.
side. Yeah.
So we have to cross lava again?
Celestial or orc language?
It does not appear to be written in Celestial or Orcish.
Does it look like the same language we studied on the skin parchment?
No, it is actually not that either.
Oh.
But you can read it though.
Would Telperion know it from the pedestal that he looked at?
Oh, it's
He
Dwarvish.
would.
Gorgeous.
It is Dwarvish, but it is a little awkward. The text seems like ancient Dwarvish as opposed to like more commonplace Dwarvish that would be spoken in the mainland. And an idea clicks in your mind of if what Alethir was suggesting of Dwergar, subterranean dwarves, occupied this space at one time, perhaps they would have used an older form of Dwarvish, not the common surface level, more commonplace Dwarvish. So you can read it. It just is awkward and broken and just difficult to read. But what it says is, only he of befitting title who slew the wicked cinder shall find eternal rest amidst its bones.
It's our dude.
What's a Shardalon?
No, it
No.
was Corrigan or something, but it was broken off. Only he of befitting title. Okay. I'll say that to my friends.
Okay.
And then we walk into this area.
Is there anyone?
As you kind of proceed into the area, you notice that not only are there these enormous columns that stretch so far up to the stone ceiling, there's also these strange, large, 5-foot tall braziers that seem to be intricately carved with various numerology and stuff on them, and are laid in the middle of various ritual circles.
There's what in the circle?
Braziers.
Okay. Are they lit?
Should we
They are
get these
all
out?
extinguished. None of them are lit.
Okay, never mind.
Are they? I run up to one and see if I can shove it over, like onto the ground.
You give it as much, even with a nat 20 strength check, you give it all you can. You cannot budge this thing. It seems to be carved from the stone in the space.
Do we see anyone? Anyone around?
Make a perception check.
I'm looking for someone as well.
Okay, make a perception check.
15.
13.
6.
None of you see any motion indicating individuals nearby.
Telperion, what was on the pedestal? What was the name? What was the statement on the pedestal?
I could tell you if I long live Kegoru, Slayer of the Wicked So long live Kegoru something, Slayer of the Wicked Cinders, likely what that means. Alright, so is there like is this lit up actively?
All of the runes in the space are currently just like pulsing with a golden light. So yes, they're actively magical. But you're not sure what the nature of this space is.
Are these runes dwarvish, devilish, or
The runes don't seem to be, they are less language based and more arcane glyph work.
All right, everyone spread out and look for something.
I'm just gonna start walking my way this way around. I don't even know. I'm looking for people because we're looking for a king.
Sure.
You hear in your head, can you detect magic right now?
No.
Say out loud now.
Roulette, you could do another perception check as you're surveying the space. Is anyone else doing anything particular?
Walking around the center.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Of that.
Okay.
Walking around the center, what's the chamber looking like? Like the entire lay of this vast room.
It looks like there was perhaps once upon a time more stonework that stretched further than this platform seems to, but it has collapsed and fallen down into the lava that is 100 feet lower.
So that's just like a drop off there.
It is a drop off there. Yeah.
Ah.
And this stone platform across the way is equivalent elevation, but yeah, there's a big gap there.
5 more.
So that's what you learned, Toby. Jiri or Telperion, anything specific you guys are doing?
I'm gonna inspect this circle, see if it's humming with magic and freaking me out, and I kind of want to move in and like.
Before he moves in, I'm gonna toss a rock onto it.
Okay. Jiri, you toss a rock into the center, and it clatters as it goes. No effect. Telperion, I'll ask you to make a Arcana check.
Ooh, it's almost a net one. 16.
The rune work in the central area is far more advanced than you're used to studying, but you're able to get some idea of there's some kind of sequence-based magic going on here. You're not sure what. And Roulette, although you do not speak Dwarvish, you are able to, as you, with your nat 20 perception, are walking past these braziers, you're noticing that all of them are identical in the engravings and intricate carving, except for this one circular plaque up front that has various symbols on this one and different symbols on the other one and different symbols on the other one. You don't know what those mean, but you've identified some version of like a relief carved into the thing that varies from brazier to brazier.
It's like on the brazier itself.
It is on the brazier itself, carved into its make. And right below that little relief thing is just like a vacuous hole that has kind of a glow coming from within it, almost as if the brazier itself is hollow in a way that something could be put in this vacuous hole.
Knowing how my magic works, where I match runes up specifically for like my catapult and for vortex warp, I want to like memorize one of the
Sure.
plaques I'm looking at and just go walk towards the middle circle and see if I can find it.
You don't. Even with a nat 20 perception check, you don't see any runic engravings like that one, which almost looks like text. You're not seeing any of that in the runic carvings on the ground.
I will pull Telperion and Toby and Jiri and tell them like, look at the plaques on the braziers. It's written in something. I don't know if it's the runes or what it might be, but look at the and I'll point to where it is on one of them.
Sure. Telperion, are you going to which brazier are you looking at? The one you're next to here?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look where Roulette had kind of suggested, you see that in that engraving are very clearly the letters.
Oh God.
Puzzle time!
TUV.
Okay. Well, now I know that I can read this and they can't. So I go and I start looking at the letters.
So as you go, we'll say you go through all of them.
We'll say I get a piece of chalk from Roulette and I start marking it down in comment.
Okay.
Oh God, it's just the alphabet.
In Dwarvish, but yes.
All right, everyone. Before we proceed in solving this puzzle, we didn't explore a room. Do you think that room would have more clues as to what we're about to walk into?
Probably.
Do we want to go sprint and check out that room?
They said buy us time, implying that them being gone doesn't prevent what they were trying to happen. Like, it's already under process, so we're on a clock probably.
It's true.
Okay.
But I could glance at it and see if it has more. I don't know. Maybe
Why don't Toby and I go look? You two stay here with the big brains and figure this out.
Yes.
Before you step out, let me try one thing. Telperion, what was that? What was the start of that name?
Oh, Koru K.
Which one of these things is the K?
I show you.
I run down to 530. I can move myself.
Oh fuck! We don't know his full name.
Yeah, I just want to try this first. Looking at the vacuous hole, is there like a switch in there? I'll light up my cone and like.
I'll keep your nat 20 perception for this. You see a glow coming from beneath, almost as if the lava from beneath this, not just like portion of the terrain, but a platform built into this. You must be standing on some cantilevered platform that just descends to the lava beneath, because a glow from the lava is coming up, and you also see a little waft of like, not sure if it's magical or natural, but like a waft of like gaseous vapor pouring out up through. You're looking at through a hole, and from below you see a glow, and gas is just rising up this thing and out the top of the brazier.
There's no like switch or anything for me to grab or hold.
No, but it smells
sulfurous.
Could you throw fire?
First thing, I'm going to slowly and delicately like start reaching my hand in, and if it starts getting hot, I'm going to immediately retract.
It gets warm, but no discomfort. You're able to put your arm in there,
okay.
And it's just like the gaseous vapor is just parting around your arm in there and just continuing to flow out the top of the brazier.
Okay, before you keep going, Jerry, Toby, while we work on this, do you want to go peek in the room and not engage, and then come right back?
Yes.
Peek only, engage with nothing.
Yep. We'll be sneaky, quick. We'll be as quiet as possible, and we'll run right back.
Okay, I know there's a way where I can split the party's views, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm taking all of you with me. We will. Yeah. So Toby and Jiri, you are able to make it toward. We'll clear off the others here. Give me one moment.
Could you remove the turn order thing?
Yep, sure can.
Oh, take Alfie. Take Alfie. He'll follow your directions.
Okay, so
come on, Alfie.
To oversimplify what's going on here a little bit, actually, give me just a moment. Okay, as you guys continue, you go back to that central chamber. You make your way over here,
right?
And you can. It forks, and there's two situations where you can go down a couple stairs before you have to turn in a direction.
Jerry, are you scared of the dark?
Yes.
What if you were holding my hand in the dark?
That would make me feel much better.
Okay, I might put us into darkness so no one can physically see us, period, point blank. You won't be able to see, but I won't let you go, and you'll hold on to Alfie.
That is correct, as of what you've ascertained so far, Telperion, and Roulette. And Jiri and Toby Rama, just one additional piece of information is you were able to, from the fork point, just to make sure I'm clear, from the fork point, you were able to see down this way and this way slightly, so you could choose either. So you could start on the right or start on the left, functionally.
Let's go left.
All right, so I'm in front, and I will light my candle of anti-lights. And I'm holding Jiri's hand, and Jiri is holding onto Alfie, and we will begin stealthily making our way forward.
Okay, give me stealth rolls, both of you.
All three.
Yes, and Alfie as well.
I'm gonna guide myself on this.
No.
Oh my
26 God. On stealth.
You guys are nuts. This is wild. It's still very quiet overall.
We so sneaky.
And
holy
before
shit.
Before you even light the candle of anti-light, you notice that there are some lit torches throughout this space. So there is dim light available on this side of the cavern.
That's fine. Yeah, just foot by foot. Jiri, I am leading the way. Yes, we will start by continuing left. We will hug the left until there's no way to hug the left.
Okay.
I can see,
Over
and I
here.
will
Yeah, you
quietly
now
whisper
see- yep.
what I'm seeing.
Okay, so you do see a large, like, tomb, sarcophagus with its lid lifted up and set to the side. Getting close to it, appears to be empty.
Okay, this is probably.
This is a deep network of tunnels. Let's not fully explore this.
Well, I mean, we're already this far.
Jiri, I'm just gonna ask you a quick question. Do you have any
What?
spells left you can cast right now?
I could make wind happen, or I could make
Okay.
us super stealthy.
You're playing just a spell.
Okay, I also have no spells left. Let's do this thing. And
I mean, we
head-
can always run.
So it could be a
We've got the darkness. I can cast I could use my tattoo, make us super stealthy, and we could just book it out of here if we need
We are
to.
still very stealthy.
But like, we gotta find this king before he escapes, right?
Yes.
So they'll figure out the puzzle. We'll just look everywhere, and we'll get out of here.
Okay.
And then leaves 2.
You're just assuming that.
Yeah, is there a way we can
Doesn't make the check.
do a stealth roll without taking the time to be slow and like
No, functionally no. You still are moving slow pace, but that more matters for overland travel. That would dramatically slow you down. Here, it's just like you're just exploring this place a little slower.
okay.
That's where.
We will slowly make our way to the end of this new tunnel.
Sorry, Alfie's there too.
As I poke around the corner, do I see a tomb and that it is empty?
You do see a tomb and it is empty, and the lid seems to be broken and chipped in places as it was pried off. This tombstone seems to be much more ornate than the others.
There's
Okay.
nothing in it.
There's nothing in it at all.
Okay, Jerry, that's the second tomb. I wonder if this was all the servants that we've just killed. I'm saying as we're walking back down.
Toby,
my
with your
guess.
passive perception, you're also clocking some inscriptions on them, but you don't understand the language.
Well, could I ascertain that it's the same, what they've been calling Dwarvish we've been seeing?
You would suspect so.
Oh, or this could
Okay.
be the skeleton soldiers they use to do mining. So
Memorize what the letters look like.
I
then we can
promise you, I can't do that.
ask. Dang it! Wait, Elfie. Maybe Elfie can.
Oh, here, Jerry, I'll walk away and you'll be brought back into the light. Tell Alfie to memorize what he sees.
Elfie, come take your finger and trace the pattern, and then memorize the tracing with your little finger, and then you can like retrace it.
He's
When we
a
get
robot, so give me an intelligence check, Roulette.
Wait,
with
is it
Alfie's,
my
no, with Alfie's intelligence.
With Jerry's help, so advantage.
No, I'm not gonna say Jerry's help does not apply here.
And I walked away, so no guidance.
Deep in her heart, Roulette hopes no one looks at the modifier for her robot's intelligence roll. Oh!
-3.
It's a robot!
I know. I just thought like maybe it might have like AI level following commands and stuff, whatever. But that's super funny. But 14's something. You see Alfie trace the sigils like you commanded it to.
As they're doing that, I've run into this little room.
Nothing.
Okay, I run back out. Well, I see if Alfie's finishing a line. Then I run back out and grab them. We're in the darkness. I'm leading them further along.
Yet another tomb. More
Tombs.
engraving.
Okay, so 3 tombs on this side. Let's now head back and report. Because clearly...
Other side. We gotta do it. We gotta get all the intel
I
and
have a
bring it
question
back.
because I was absent. Are all these tombs of equal stature?
No. Notably, when Toby Rama was
in the farthest...
looking at this one seemed to be much more ornate than the other two.
Okay.
Did Alfie memorize all of them or just one?
Just that one tomb we were at.
Which one was that?
Oh no, I think we're getting to do all of them, right?
Yeah.
That intelligence check was for that specific one.
The ornate one?
The ornate
No.
one, yeah.
It was... I thought it was this one over here.
We would have. Jerry would have insisted on the nice one.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
I
Same check will apply, but to that one. Got it.
Okay, we run down here and then come down the other fork. Now we're gonna start running. And I'll blow out the candle. Blow out the candle, let's start running along.
I just smiled when he said that.
Nothing seems to be here.
Let's keep sticking to the left like we've been doing. Tomb.
Another empty tomb.
Awesome. Run back. Yeah, left.
It's a suspicious look on his face.
No, as we're walking, no, he has an intelligence of minus. Wait. His intelligence is 4. I feel like 3 and lower is
like can't even read language. Like, I think it's fair that he traced a sigil that he doesn't understand, and he could mimic that.
No, my question is, if Roulette would have noticed something would Alfie have noticed that same thing?
That depends on kind of perception versus intelligence, or perception versus investigation. So, can you give me a specific?
It's I mean, are you talking about it's light on one side and dark on the other?
It also is dark down here, Jiri. This is requiring your goggles on this side.
That's what I was wondering. If Alfie would have noticed like a stark difference.
He definitely could have noticed that. That's just free.
At some point he would have poked. At some point he would have poked and like pointed to like the empty torches, and that's it.
Sure.
It's dark, light and dark. That's 5 tombs accounted for. There were 6 skeletons. Let's trot down here. The second we see a tomb, let's get out of here.
Okay, give me 1 second. Oh man,
Maybe chased by a Gorgon skeleton.
They're gonna get back at the exact moment we're doing the last letter.
I just gotta know what is at the end of this mystery before we finish. Die, end of suspense.
I'm gonna fight a fucking dragon. And I'm gonna go try and fucking.
That's why I'm ready to go get our dragon and help us fight the other dragon.
She wouldn't come down with us.
I disagree.
She literally said she can't spare the time to come down.
Was that? I definitely don't remember the wording of.
Yeah, she has stuff to manage at the top. That's why she sent us in the first place.
But she also might not have known the scale of it, so we could have come back. Oh, there's some heavy shit. You need to make time.
Okay.
And I would have said it to her like that.
Tobirama and Jiri, as you begin to turn this other corner, and Alfie.
I can't believe you heard that.
You hear it before it has a chance to truly surprise you. So this is not a surprise round. But immediately flying at you comes a small little imp-like creature.
Oh, good. Fuck.
And as it comes to attack you, it is not an unseen attacker or with a surprise, but it does get to do something first. As it will just try to sting you with its little tiny tail.
Yes.
It is poison.
Miss.
15. So it like clambers onto your armor and tries to sting you, but it like gets your shield, and then it just like immediately jumps off you and just flaps in your space, just bearing its fangs at you. This clearly is the one you assaulted through the chest, because it is still dripping blood down it. Barely
Is it
held
still holding a bag?
It is not holding a bag anymore, but Roulette also had a bag that she found.
Only one. That's it.
I will toll the dead.
Apple.
I will try to toll the dead.
I want some of that.
It immediately withers and dies as its blood just turns to ash and it falls to the ground, lifeless, and begins to melt.
it does that. Fuck you, little bitch. And
as you come up to here, you see some coin sprinkled on the ground and in the coffin itself. You can gather another 47 gold here.
They've been grave robbing. That's where they got the gold. That's where they got the undead servants. Okay, Jerry.
That makes more sense than what I thought.
Jerry. All right. I think that's the whole path. Let's head back.
Yeah, Jerry left you picking up the coins and started running.
Then we will move you all back here.
Well, so the second they were leaving, I was about to start doing something.
Yeah, that's fine. So they're on their way back. They're on their way back. So Jerry and Tobirama, I'm going to keep you near the entrance because you're technically not in this room at this moment. But go for it, Roulette. What are you doing at this time?
So I reach my hand in. It doesn't burn or anything. It doesn't go to a different plane. It stays there. But I see like smoke-ish sort of stuff.
You're getting a sense that that thing is ignitable.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to step back. I'm going to take out a torch from the bag.
Oh, I will tell Roulette something, and I'll say, I was inspecting the runes, and I studied runes a little bit with my sister. I think that it implies things happening in a certain order, and these have to do with letters. So, do you know what word we might be needing to spell?
I mean, you said the thing, title of the Slayer of the Cinder.
Oh, like from earlier.
I'm assuming that, I mean, Cinder...
That statue name I read?
Cinder lines up with...
Slayer of the Wicked Cinder.
Slayer of the Wicked Cinder.
Okay, so Kegoru.
As you're putting this together...
For the first time.
Telperion and Telperion alone can make a history check.
Well, then you RP'd that.
Thank you.
Is it a nat one?
I gotta go. Yeah.
Is it a nat one?
It's a nat one.
Okay, I want you to either commit to the nat one or say if you're altering it in some way.
I can't. I have not.
Okay.
I will give you my point of inspiration.
You very confidently, you're like,
Wait,
I don't know what.
Can I not do that? I can't use
you,
the point of inspiration.
You absolutely can do that. Yeah.
I'm doing it.
So
yeah, that doesn't have to be. Toby's not there. No, inspiration is player level. You can choose to give each other inspiration for a reroll.
Oh man, that's a 21.
It's a 21.
Yeah, baby.
Kegoru. You know that the dwarvish word for king is Guran. Guran, but now that you're putting it together, Kegoru, ancient dwarves used to use a title for their king, not just the word king. And that title was a mix of two different words. Kego means enduring. You're pretty sure that ancient term used to be an amalgamation of the words enduring ancestor. Kego means enduring. Ancestors Ruta, Ruga, Ruta. You're very confident that the title of an ancient dwarvish king, not their name, but the title is Kegoruta.
Yeah. And what does Ruta mean?
Ancestor.
Oh.
So functionally, the word in Dwarvish, ancient Dwarvish, Kegoruta, means enduring ancestor, and that is the title they granted. They didn't use something so casual as king. Their Dwarvish lords needed more acclaim to their name.
Okay, amazing. I tell Roulette, I'm 174 years old. Sometimes my knowledge is like buried and I have to pull it out. I'm thinking it would mean enduring ancestor. So I think it is this one.
I stay where I'm standing.
Zuko style?
What?
Okay, sorry, keep going. You'll know what I mean in a second.
I take out a torch and I light it with my firebolt like 3 times to get it going because it's never the first time. And I I'm not gonna do it slowly. I'm just gonna stick the torch in and pull it out.
As you stick the torch in and pull it out, starting with the brazier marked with a K, bright blue arcane flame comes out the top of the brazier and just exists in that space.
We should wait till
harmlessly.
Immediately looking at the door across the way, has anything changed?
Nothing has changed.
Anything changed on the floor?
The runes have started to cohese toward a central point. Additional engravings and carvings kind of lighting up with additional magic.
We gotta wait for them.
Telperion, I know this feels like another door that we just have to kind of go through and figure out what we gotta do, but are we sure we want to finish this title?
Yes. Think about it. They sent cultists, they sent the snake, they said give him time and protect him. I think he's weak.
Okay.
And I think this is our moment to strike. None of us are dead, none of us are down. I think that this is a key moment, and if we let it pass, we will regret it. I think we just gotta wait for our friends, and that we will be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly start walking over to the E.
Okay.
I'll
say, with some thought process of you and Telperion along the way and igniting this first one, it'll be about the time you're about to put it in the E that Jiri and Toby are able to re-arrive.
Okay, found where all those skeletons came from. Those ones they had mining. We found their tombs.
Toby killed the imp.
Yeah, that imp from
good.
earlier. Yeah, he's gone.
I hit loose ends.
Jiri, did Alfie get a reading from that thing?
Yeah, get over here, Elvie. Show Telperion what you can do.
What do you got?
Jiri will have Alfie go over to Telperion and start tracing out whatever he found.
Yeah, so is Alfie doing this in the air on a piece of parchment?
He's
is
gonna
he just
keep
moving his hands?
He's gonna keep doing it in the air, and then because I've seen him do this. No, maybe I have. No, I probably haven't. I've never made him do this. But Roulette will get the gist of what he's doing and like dip his thing in like dirt, and then hold up a piece of paper from her notebook to Alfie's claw, so that he's actually writing it on something.
Did I move you all back to that page?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what you, with some awkwardness, Telperion, you get some bits and pieces of what Alfie is doing based on his motion, and it comes to be this. I have to retype it real quick.
It is funny because that's the exact two that I put on. Oh no, it's not. No, because it's the UT and the same.
Oh, so we're gonna omit this one.
WXYZ isn't used.
So we're gonna omit that one because those is the same.
Yeah.
This is what you functionally get from Alfie. It is broken. There are gaps, but you're able to piece together some of it. You're not sure if Alfie's gathering of this information was incomplete or the source material was incomplete, but you get Gadra shatter the left hand of the Uta.
Love it.
You hear in your head, I think you were right. And I tell you guys, oh my god, this hit gives us the piece of information we need. Excellent. Nice job, guys.
We did it.
All right, you did do it. And actually, this is honestly very helpful. So nice job. Thank you so much.
And I will proceed over to the E and do the.
It ignites with similar blue magical arcane fire.
With renewed vigor that I'm confident that we're doing this 100% correct. Not that I didn't trust Telperion, but now that there's a UT and an A from a grave that my little robot got with his high intelligence, I will proceed to the GHI one first, and then the MNO, and then the PQRS, and then the TUV. I want to stop there. I'm going to do the TUV one once.
You ignite all the braziers over the course of a minute or so, and you stick into the TUV one. It's similar blue arcane flame.
I count to 10.
Nothing changes.
I point at the A.
We're missing a letter.
Yeah, the A, the last one.
I think it's this one.
The A I'm pointing to?
I've only done the U.
Oh, I think it might count for both. UTA.
Fuck. What do I see in the hole?
This wasn't intentional at all. You see in the hole, as with all the other braziers, the flame is held aloft on top of the brazier, but the inside is the same as it was when it was dormant, just like almost clear air drifting up from magma below.
For the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first 5 letters, I noticed that the runes were coalescing in the middle each time I lit it. More. When I did the U...
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Very clever. Very clever. Very clever. Hey, I'll be ready in a second. You go inspect the central area where, as you've done more and more braziers, the runes are activating, glowing more as they coalesce. Based on the rate at which they've come together, you do not think one more brazier is going to meet in the middle.
Yeah, so I need 2x more, not just x. So I go back to the TUV one where I just did the U in my head, and
as you do this, the flames up on top burn brighter and they turn purple. All the others stay their blue color. But no violent harmful effect has happened, and the runes in the center have coalesced, all circling, about to spiral a central point.
Oh my god.
Meaning one more, like mathematically.
You were right.
I run over to the ABC, and I line it up, but I'm staring at the door, and I stick it in and pull it out.
As you do the final one, the runes in the middle cohese and rapidly spread across the floor and create a magical
I thought
bridge.
that was actually
We all die.
There is a magical network of arcane force that bridges the gap to the other side, and the doors fully open, and past them you see a set of beautifully carved obsidian stair steps that continue up and out of sight. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
That hurts. That hurts real bad.